Hello to myself. Meanwhile, everybody gonna get the notifications and come in. I'm gonna wait. I think I'm the only one here. Fortunately, the topic I wanted to talk about today is Jewish mind, and but I don't have anybody in the audience. I'm sorry, I didn't expect that. Okay. That is expected. If you're here, please put something in the chat so I know I'm not speaking to myself. Hi Marshmallow Man, how you doing? If you want to come out, I can give you the link. People are showing up. Thank you for coming. Uh, I wanted to talk about the Nobel Prize and how much Jewish people won the Nobel Prize, but I apparently don't have enough people to talk about it. Gonna wait a few moments to see what is going on. I'm still not getting used to being live in the live thing, and apparently I'm not ready to do it by myself. I don't know. I know Courtney is going to do DoorDash, and Fishes is going to be here in 9:40, so 20 minutes or so. And I don't know. I share it in the groups and everything. I'm sure of it. Eventually, people are gonna show up. Yeah, I want to do this a weekly thing, but we'll see. So, I'm gonna talk about the topic of today, the Nobel Prize. So, since the Nobel Prize started to be a nearly thing until last year, there was 943 people win the Nobel Prize. That not include the Peace Prize and the book prizes. From 943 people, 210 people are Jewish. And to be given a perspective, Jewish people are 0.2 people of the entire world, of the popularity of the world. So to win 210 people from 942 is 22% of Jewish winners. That's insane. Hi, Gear. The link is up if you want to come up. So, I just
Hey,
you.
hi.
Expected.
Sorry, I was getting ready. How you doing?
Yeah, and not great.
Oh no. Oh no. Hey everybody in side chat.
For a few moments, I was the only one here.
I know that's hard. I've done that before. It's hard. It's hard.
I'm not used to it yet.
Yeah, I know. I'm not either. I got this is a cool little mug. Mom had it. It says happy holidays and
Oh,
then
nice.
Merry Christmas on one side. So you can make
That's
everybody
cute.
happy.
That's cute.
I am drinking. Oh, I forgot to share you out. I gotta share you out. Aid told me about this, the PG tips. They drink that in
Oh,
England.
nice. Yeah.
But I put this with it for spice. This is an organic chai.
Hmm.
Have you ever tried these, Yossi? They're called gingins. It's a candy.
Nope.
It's a ginger candy. Oh my gosh. I don't know if any of the side chat has tried these. They're so good. Turn it down, Malachi.
No.
That's
Yes.
funny because I'm drinking a ginger tea.
Are you? Well, these are like they're real sticky though. I'll unpeel one, but I probably won't chew it. And they're spicy, like spicy hot. This is what they look
Ginger
like.
is spicy. Hmm.
Yeah, that's what they look like. So they're chewy. Maybe I will eat it. It looks so good.
So
But it's
they
so chewy.
like the peel of the orange that covered in chocolate,
Kind of
something like that.
something like that, but it's super chewy that you don't chew through it. Thank you. Thanks. I like the mug. Hey, Lewis. Yeah, let me see if I can share you out. I don't know if we'll get many people. I don't know what's going on tonight on the YouTubes.
Yeah.
So, what were you talking about the Nobel Prize?
Well, I started to talk about the Nobel Prize. I did some research, and I have numbers here. Since until 2021,
Mm-hmm.
there was 943 people win the Nobel Prize. That not include the Peace Prize and the what do you call the book prize about the booking?
I don't know. I'm not sure right now because I've got a little one running around in this room with
Yeah.
me. So thinking is like hard.
So
I'm listening, but thinking of stuff.
there
Bob
was
would know. Bob's in the side chat. He would know. Bob, the link's in the chat.
I sent them an email.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Let me see if I can share.
The Bob.
Don't forget to hit the like,
So
guys, for Yossi. And share them out.
to be respected, the Jewish community in the world is 0.2% of the entire people of the world.
2% that they won
Zero
that.
2%.
Oh.
No, 0.2% Jewish people
Oh, in the world.
percentage on the world.
Got it.
So until 2021, there was 943 people win the Nobel Prize.
Wow.
210 from them was Jewish people. That's
Oh my gosh. That's amazing.
23%. That just tell you something about it.
Yeah. Super smart. He is just off the wall right now. I'm so sorry. I'm trying, but he's bouncing all around.
This is Bob.
Did it come slime?
Hi, Bob.
Yo, see.
You've been drinking today?
No. Just
Just
got a
kidding.
few laundry as always. A few things packed away for the trip. A few things locked up for the trip, and then making more fertilizer. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah. Awesome.
You know, you can be high on your wife's clothes the smell of your wife's clothes because
Oh,
you're so in love with her.
Well, they smell better when she's in them.
yeah.
When
True.
she's wearing them.
True. But after you wash them, what's good is that you wear your own cologne and you go, oh, as you're folding.
I never thought of that. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like kind of how it's a much cleaner way than how a dog will pee on things that it owns.
Okay,
You're
I
just
got it.
putting your
Got it.
scent on her.
I've got some Axe underarm deodorant stuff. Oh, yeah.
I didn't mean
can do
scare
that.
people away. I meant like just a little hint.
I could good
Hi, Robert.
thinking.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.
I'll do that with, Theron's shirts when we were young and still like, oh, I remember doing that, taking home like a shirt of his that smelled like his cologne.
My wife used to do
Oh,
that.
baby.
She would wear around one of my jackets around the house.
Yeah.
Long time ago. I mean, it came down past her knees for God's sakes, but she still wore it.
Hey, what's up? I see it. Can you turn it down a little bit? Yeah.
That was my second trip to the Philippines to meet with her. And she took one of my lightweight jackets and didn't give it back. And she'd send me pictures of her wearing it around the house.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
The usual suspects. Q, what's up, Q? Guys, share out Yossi because it's still new for him with his Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
I didn't even get a chance to set mine up yet. I've been going through more boxes, but I'm still being, decent and putting stuff aside to mail out. But we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
And you do it alone? Like your daughter never help you or something?
No, my daughter can't. It's like glass and stuff, and some of it I found broken, so I have to be real careful with some of the boxes.
Oh, not good,
Gotcha.
not good.
Yeah. So I have to like kind of unroll and see what's there, and then roll it up.
Take your time with it, and even.
Yeah.
Was your mom one of the moms who collected little teacups and china cups and things like that?
More like entertaining stuff. Like she would have. My sister already got the Spode. They took all the Spode Christmas stuff, which is fine. That was hers. I got the my great grandmother's depression mirror, which I wanted. Which my sister kind of was letting mom give away when mom wasn't in her right state of mind.
I got it.
It's like, oh yeah, sure, give it away. This was good to me. What? So I had to. So far, I bought some plates to go with what was left and rebuilt the set from what mom had left because she was giving it pieces away to cousins and stuff. And I'm like, Mom, yeah. But stuff like that, I keep finding. I just actually was separating cookie cutters that. For us, that means a lot because my mom would make Christmas cookies, and those were
nice,
happy memories. Yeah, I gave my sister the Halloween ones, especially the witch one. The witch cutout.
Was that right on top?
Is that a hint?
Yeah, it is a hint, Yossi. Right on top.
There you go.
With ribbons on it.
You witch and vampire, you. Here's your bat and your witch cookie cutter.
Next time, send it with one of Malachi's diapers.
Oh. No, I won't go that far only because I want to keep a relationship with my brother. If by chance, my brother would leave this earth and he would be gone, then maybe I would stoop that low if she's really being a pain.
You can order an online the elephant poop.
Yeah.
Remember the site of the elephant poop?
Yeah, I could dry his poop and just send it like on an ornament.
No.
Disgusting. I wouldn't do that.
No,
it's not worth the trouble.
No activated cultures, yeah.
True, I didn't think of that. No, I don't want to play with poop. That's for sure.
Wow.
Gear mentioned you. Yeah, what did Gear say to you that got you all worked up, Q? She was saying something about Gear, about going out now.
Yeah, hello, Gear. I saw you say hi to us a little bit ago, but hello in return.
Hey, Gear. I wasn't going to eat that. Did you ever have these, Bob?
What you got?
They're called Gin-Gins. They're chewable ginger candies.
No,
They're good for
never.
cold and flu season.
Okay.
They're spicy and yum. Well,
No, the
before you
ginger plant
actually get a cold.
is
Hmm?
very healthy. The
I'll be
ginger
right
plant
back.
is very
I doubt all
healthy.
the sugar in this. Yeah, the sugar in it is probably not super healthy in the candy, but
Yeah.
tasty.
No, I think I'm talking about more about cold and stuff because it got a lot of vitamin C. Ginger have a lot of vitamin C, so it's very
No.
good.
Oh, okay. I'm glad it queued up to
And
watch. Between the Seasons, is that your thing, Q, or is that Tammy's? Uh-oh. It's so spicy, it got me.
yeah,
Oh, sorry.
but when you have a cold, it's more it's more spicy as it is.
Mhm.
Later, check the chat group. Dustin ask you something. Carol,
Hmm?
check the
What?
group chat. Dustin
Oh,
ask you something in the group chat.
hold on. The MOD one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was wondering who I sent it to. Hold on.
So, what is the toy that you talked about in the earlier?
I'm typing him. Hold on a second.
Hi, Rebel. How you doing?
Hold on, guys, 1 second. That might be
You're gonna
Courtney,
put
too, just using Dustin's phone.
maybe.
Or she asked him while she's delivering. Oh, okay. Cool. Hey, Tammy. I read yours, Q. Okay, it's Q's challenge. Oh my gosh, he's just bouncing. Bouncing off the floor. Right here. You want to come say hi? You got to turn that down. You can't play that loud.
Tigger.
I see Tigger. I know you love Tigger. You're just like him.
What challenge?
It's her Between the Seasons challenge.
Yeah, I need
Is
to
she?
catch up
She's
on
wrenched,
videos.
right? Is Q wrenched? You could
I
share
think
it.
so. I'm gonna
You could share your
gonna check
video,
and
Q.
no.
No, Malachi. Oh dear God, he's playing with the toilet again. Hold on 1 second. I'm going. This child.
Now you are wench.
Well, I'm trying to looking on my Facebook. You know, the niece that I'm so fond of, Yossi, she posted some pictures the other day where her and a bunch of her co-workers got out and rented a boat and had a nice day out island
Oh,
hopping.
nice.
Yeah. I got trying to find those pictures. But I was so happy for her. You know, she works her behind off, man.
Yeah.
12 hours a day, 6 days a week. You know, yeah. Well, I can't find them. They're on the Facebook somewhere. Yeah, it was good to see that she got together with all of her buddies. Yeah, they're all at that age where they're in their mid-20s, not married yet, no kids yet, you know, the adventure years, you know, like you and I were when we were in our mid-20s. No
Well,
responsibility, you know.
I in my mid-20s was in the army.
So was I. I was too. Those were some fun times. No, yeah. Steady paycheck, Always had food, always had a place to live. And the girls, there was always girls around. That was some good times. Really fun. So the topic is about what? The
The Jewish
awards.
mind.
The Jewish
Is
mind.
the Jewish mind
Mhm.
through the awards of the Nobel Prize?
I know a lot of them receive it. They do. Yeah. Hey, Marshmallow.
Hey, how's it going?
Thank you for coming.
No problem.
Yeah. Well,
I swear I need a house without toilets. I don't know how that would work out.
You need, like the old days, the toilet outside the house.
Yeah,
Oh.
or the child. Maybe the child outside the house. Like, I don't know, with a nanny. Yes. Oh my gosh.
You know,
then
there's
people
some
wonder
people
why.
that-
Huh?
There's some people that close the area like
Yes.
you close a dog.
Yes. He climbs over it. Yeah,
really?
outhouse out back. I need an outhouse for a nanny and a kid to live in. I think you call it a shed. She shed.
Hey, Tammy.
She shed.
Hmm.
But mine would be a
There-
babysitting shed.
What
Hey,
that you put? I didn't catch it.
Turn it down.
No.
Yes. That's his only word he knows really well.
Mom.
hello, Tammy. How you doing over there? Hope you're not frozen up there in Michigan. Ooh.
I'm sure they will homestead Aquarius. The outhouses make a comeback.
Yeah, you can post what you like. I get your wrench.
So we're pooping in the
I
woods.
know, Mom.
I heard that.
Because we'll be probably some of us will be on the run. Yikes. They put me on the run.
Yeah.
That's not gonna be good. What was that, Lewis? You broke up.
I'm a step away from having an outhouse. I got a septic tank.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
If they get full, you sure are.
Yeah.
And you can't get somebody out there to empty it.
Did you see Thorhaven's video?
No, why? Did something happen with his?
It's a funny video.
Did something happen with his septic?
Uh,
That happened with my
Really?
pastor and his wife. It cracked. Like wherever it was supposed to drain out, the main line to it cracked.
It
Just
must be because of the cold.
well, here it wasn't. It was because I guess it was too close to the top of like the soil, and somebody went over it with
ran
a
over it or
Oh,
something. That will
They
do
did
it.
that too to us. Our main line to the we are connected to the city sewer lines, and the main line they ran over and cracked. And we thankfully had a plumber then for a neighbor. We don't anymore. So
oh,
And they can, the septic tanks, they can handle so much weight. But if it's like a car, don't drive over it.
No.
Tractors, wheelers, okay, fine. But
yeah, they were real surprised how close theirs was to the street. They didn't know, I guess, when the other people put it in, because it's not, they didn't build the house. It's an older house. The manure
So-
plopper. Malachi, get out of
there
the
is snow in there.
yeah, some of the older stuff, I live in a 140-year-old building, and
Oh
the
boy.
piping
Yeah.
out to the septic tank was all redone. Everything was redone for it. So
It was compost bin as a human manure plopper. No.
he's I'll give you a spoiler at the end. It's a funny video. It's very funny. At the end, he's sitting on the edge of his compost box with his pants down around his ankles, and the wood collapsed.
Too funny. Oh my gosh, he's gonna get some hits on that, especially if he turns it into a short, that part.
Yeah, you can now.
Mhm.
You have the scissor that you clip.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yep. Oh my gosh, that's too funny.
Yeah, it was. He was kind of making fun of homesteaders and stuff. And one scene that killed me was when, all homesteaders showed their chickens, and he's out in the barnyard with his chickens running around, and he goes, "Did any of you wash your hands after you went to the washroom? Any of you? Any of you?" I left him a comment. I said, I know those chickens didn't wash their hands.
Mm-mm.
The
Did he
wicked
get any of
beast.
those hands? Have you seen those for the chickens that people order and they put on their chickens and they're like little hands for them to?
Yeah, I told this about you. I told you. It's like Hulk hands.
Yeah, they have the fighting
hands.
hands. Yeah. They look like they're running, like they're really jogging because they move while they're moving
Yeah.
around. Mario Bros had a bad day. I'm like,
You didn't get it, huh?
no. Like when you used to like jump on wasn't that King?
The story about the Mario brother. They are plumbers.
Oh, I
Yeah.
totally didn't get it at first. No.
Mhm.
Yep, I sure did.
Yeah, he was making jokes about homesteading and about the compostable toilets. So he's sitting on the edge of his compost box with his pants down.
Gross. Yeah, I don't think that's what they meant. Sorry, I'm so curious. I can't fully tune in just yet. I have a little wild man in here, and there's stuff in here.
By the way,
Including
it can be how
Christmas.
loud you want, because I'm not monetized, so I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You talked about the toy that you get from Malachi, but you didn't show that.
No, it's in a different room. And he hasn't seen it yet, so I'm going to wrap it.
Oh,
gotcha.
More. Hold on.
Nice.
It was very nice. And I think Passamaquoddy's came too, but I haven't been able to touch any of that stuff. I just had to put it away. When he goes to bed, I get to do that kind of stuff. Refine motor.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Since we're traveling, I got to get together with my son and give him the rundown on where everything is at, and and go over the security system again with him. And I still got to put that in my mind. I got to get together with him.
By the way, Fishes, I'm making you a package.
Oh.
And I got some seed. There is seed that you absolutely don't want to get.
Huh?
No, I'm asking if there is a kind of seed that you absolutely don't want to get.
Oh, my seeds are good right now though. Joe I haven't been able to do that video. Joe blesses you and blesses me. And I'm okay. But you know how we collect seeds. I'm always cool for whatever, but I don't want to take seeds away from you, Yos, because I know.
Listen, I got my own seed, and here I got the seed for Laura.
Oh,
I got it for Laura because I need to send her because of the challenge of the seed swap.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
And here is the seed for you.
Oh.
Right on, Yossi. You're a good man.
See, that's so sweet. I don't want to cost you a lot of money, though, or get you in trouble for sending seeds.
No.
And I got to get your address, but I don't know how to get things to you with that address. It's so confusing to me looking at it. I'm like, which part is what do I put where? How do I write that? Like,
If you want help, I can help you.
okay. Yeah, write it like I would write it on the package, I guess.
Yeah, that's what
I
I
don't
did.
know. Yeah, I don't know how to do that like in America. If they would, like, I don't want to do it wrong and they don't take it and they kick it back or it gets stuck in Lalaville, like where it's in between somewhere. Never to
No, because when you pay, you're gonna say it's for Israel,
Yeah, yeah.
and then
I just wanna make
in
sure I-
Israel, so you need to put, like I put you in the address. You need to put my address, then my city, and
Yeah.
between the number that I told you, because the number that I put there, it's for the house.
Yeah. Just write it again for me. I don't know
Okay,
where I
yeah.
put it, please. I just, yeah. And I'm just so nervous about sending anything there and it getting lost. I really am.
Well,
I
my
definitely what I made, I just made, it'll melt. Just from Florida, it'll melt into one big blob.
Yeah, that's why.
And it's not kosher, probably. I didn't
Yeah.
double check the chocolates.
When I send hummus to my friend, I send it in the winter.
Yeah. Yeah, you kind of have to, like, here, you send it direct. It is going to get cooler here, though. I was seeing that we might get to 56 next week. And that's cool for us, which would be great. I'm kind of excited about that.
We're at 43 right now here in Seattle.
There is, Malachi is allergic to something?
Malachi can't have dairy. Like real, like, which, you know, you can't really send anyway. So that's the only thing that he has, like, an issue.
No. Remember the chocolate that I sent Courtney?
Mm-mm. No, I can't remember. Which I just hit. I'm sorry. I'm listening. I just hit the wrong thing.
Yeah, my
I don't remember the chocolates you sent her. No.
Like the walnut and the covered in chocolate.
No.
It was even what do you call it?
Yeah, I remember that cue.
Cherry. Even cherry covered in dark chocolate.
Yeah, he can't have dark chocolate.
You're right.
He would be.
You're right.
But me, yeah. Oh gosh, that sounds really good.
So I'm gonna send you this kind of chocolate, the chocolate covered thing.
Oh,
you can handle caffeine, yeah?
I can have caffeine. Yeah.
When I sent it to Courtney, I didn't realize that it had caffeine in it, and you know.
Bing, bing, bing. Oh, I know.
No, she got a little sick of it.
Yeah, little bit. It could make her sick. Yeah, Sunday we get down to 50 Q. Next Sunday, not this one. This one we're going to 64, which is great. I can't wait.
So he can have gummy worms?
It depends. Like if it has fake food colors in it, no, he'll bounce. He'll go like he's going nuts with any kind of food coloring. I forgot about that.
I don't think so because
it's made with fruit usually. As long as it doesn't say like red number and there's a number next to it or blue number.
No, the store that I buy from it's organic, so I think it's natural things.
Yeah, it should be. Hey, LG, I'm sorry if I didn't say hi. Yeah, that would be nice. Gosh, I've got to do wrapping of all the kids' gifts. And that was really nice of Dustin and Courtney. He was just saying he picked it out. He wanted to make sure that it was okay for him, which was sweet.
Yeah.
That was really nice. Really, really nice. And I just sent, you saw what I sent them.
Yeah, I saw the backpack.
Yeah, the little backpack. But then it was after the fact I saw it was toddler size. I'm like, oh, shoot, he's growing so fast. I hope it won't be small right away on him. I hope he can use it a little bit. We'll see.
I just hope we get snow.
I'll take a great picture of it. Then it can be. Oh, that's actually a really great idea.
You guys talking about chocolates. Yeah. I had bought some chocolates for the nieces and had them in the house here. Went, chocolates. And I can't find them. Mrs. put them somewhere. So No. If they're all gone, I'm gonna have to run to the store and get some of that for the ladies.
Yeah, she probably put them in her belly while you guys were doing that big stressful move.
Could be.
I know I
Could
would.
be.
I would put them in
I
my
wouldn't
belly.
blame her at all. Yeah, I
No.
wouldn't blame her a bit. It was stressful for all of us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I know. I keep looking. I got our pastor and his wife thing of like Harry and David's chocolate with the Moose Munch. It's like that popcorn, the caramel chocolate popcorn, just a little thing of the. And I keep looking at it like, I don't know if that's going to make it to them if it keeps staring at me.
Yeah, it's easy to dive in, isn't it?
Yeah.
My weakness is like Hershey's chocolate kisses, man.
Mhm.
Give them up, baby. Give them up, man. They don't last long around me. And Reese's peanut butter cups. Oh.
That's us. Oh, the trees are even better. And the pumpkins, when they come out during the holidays, we love those Reese's like shapes. And I said that to my friend one time. I'm like, why are they so much like more, I don't know, something. They're just even more good. And she's like, Carol, they whip a lot more sugar into them. And I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. That's why it's so fluffy and light and delicious.
I'm going to send Mrs.
Oh, that
a
was
text.
quick. Okay, Homestead Aquarius. He must have gotten off the toilet. He's got to go now. Robert finished in the bathroom. He's got to get going now. Got a date with a cougar. He's trying to, get those coins together. He was saying in our group, the cougar and MILF coins. Mm-hmm. Yes. Robert sent us this candle that he found on Amazon, a picture of it, and it was called the MILF cookie candle. And if you burned it down, you get a diamond.
You get a diamond? Wow.
Diamond hidden in the wax of the cookie candle, the MILF cookie candle.
A real one or fake one?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Yeah. Here, see, Q's like, send me your MILF coins, please. Yeah. So I just basically said, oh, so you're getting these candles to attract all the MILFs and their cookies. We were trying to figure out how he came upon a MILF cookie candle.
They're bait. They're bait them in. You got to bait them in.
That's right. Yeah. It's a bait. There's a diamond in here too. Ooh.
There's alcohol with the gold pieces and even diamonds. So why not?
Yeah. Yeah. There's bath bombs that have rings in them and stuff that people sell.
Romance is great, but liquor is.
It was.
Yep, that's true. Especially tequila.
You can eat gold in small quantities.
Yeah, you can.
Yep, I've seen that. I've seen the chefs and bakers use the leaf on stuff. Mostly bakers. I see them do it for fancy desserts. It's really pretty. Yeah, we were watching a cookie competition, Christmas cookie competition, but then I realized it was a repeat. They haven't.
If you can pay for it, eat it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you can afford it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, why not eat it?
Oh, I saw something years ago. There was a fella. He has a metal rollers and he put gold through it so thin that he put it on thin sheets of it on top of a chocolate cake and selling it like that. And you eat it,
Yeah.
But I think that would be wonderful, except for when that gold finds a filling in your mouth.
Oh, I hate that feeling. The old fillings
if it's really thin, it's melted.
Oh, okay.
So you don't gonna.
Yeah,
not gonna get that shock, huh? Yeah.
I wonder though if it's good for you, like how they say silver is good for your, it kills stuff off in the body. I wonder if gold does.
The body needs silver, yeah, but I don't think they need gold.
I know, I didn't know. I'm not sure. Candle with a diamond in it.
You need silver, you need iron.
Yeah, you do need iron, but a lot of the iron that they use though is elemental, like iron. and too much of it is really bad for the brain.
That's what happened to me.
Yeah, got a little too much.
Yeah, I think
You know,
so.
aluminum flakes, yeah, not too good.
Yeah,
to eat.
aluminum. The aluminum, I got tons of it. Yeah,
Yeah,
Well,
be covered in chips. You know.
I bet, Bob, you was a child that broke the thermometer only to play with the.
that was me. The red part of the thermometer was very interesting. Why is
No,
that red? Is that
there is
Kool-Aid?
the liquid, the lid.
Yeah, just.
There's a lid in the thermometer,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and it was very toxic.
Yes.
Mercury.
Mercury.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
I do
I'm
recall
surprised I'm not dead. I bit one when I was
when
younger.
we were in our 20s,
I know,
an old
makes
friend
no
of mine worked at a dental supply company, and he brought home 1 pound of mercury.
Oh,
We had fun with that stuff. Oh yeah, because we took hollow point bullets and put mercury in them and put wax over top of it.
You know what happened to the hat makers in England?
Uh-huh. We knew
Well-
don't touch it. Don't touch it. Yeah.
what
Yep.
happened to them?
They
They
would
Because
go
of
insane.
the mercury, they get insane. Yeah.
They went
Yeah.
insane. Wow.
Mad as a
If you-
hatter.
Did you read Alice in Wonderland?
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Mad Hatters.
Hat Man.
Oh, the Mad
Mad as a
Hatter. That's
Hatter.
where it
That is
came
why. Yeah.
from.
That's correct. That's correct.
Wow, I didn't realize that was related to history. I didn't know that. Hey, Recyclable Homestead, good to see you. Yeah,
Oh,
the
it's
Mad Hatter.
It's a cupboard below my coffee maker. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, that I didn't know that. I know it about lead. Like they say that
Because
about checking the
back
kids.
then, who makes the hat in England used to make it with lead.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yep, that'll do it. I thought you were talking about mercury, but yeah, the lead, they say that too about the lead paint and children who ingested chips, like if there was peeling lead paint on windowsills and things like that, that they could ingest it. And what's interesting is autism.
In the beginning was mercury, then they changed it to lead, but
Yeah.
the lead also gave him the craziness.
Yeah. Well, what's really weird is here in America, they had something called thimerosal. Did you hear about that?
No.
It was a preservative put in all our vaccines, and especially the vaccines that babies got. It was derived from mercury.
Oh.
Yeah. And that was right around the same
They
time.
used to like cover the pipe with mercury.
And asbestos.
Pipe mercury.
They used to also cover pipes and put it in the air conditioning systems was asbestos, which is horrible for the lungs.
Well,
It would
there was a feeling like you use today to put between the wall to keep it from the cold and the heat and everything.
And
so
that's
the
what would
asbestos
help
was in the wall, in the ceiling.
Gee whiz. Yeah, that's scary. Uh-oh, he found the chocolates.
Yeah, Mr. sent me a text.
She
There's a
told you
chocolate.
where to find it. Oh, Lindor, that's what my daughter likes, the milk chocolate ones, and
Yeah, some
I
of
think most of them.
these.
Those are good. Ghirardelli.
Oh, and I'm not sure how many of these will make it over to the Philippines. Probably not many.
See the shapes. Those shapes are dangerous.
And Hershey's Kisses. Yeah.
Oh, this is dark chocolate Hershey's Kisses.
Yeah. That's what my bark is made out of, is Hershey's milk chocolate.
Some caramel.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, they did. They purposely did push those kids with genetic markers into the spectrum with thimerosal.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's weird is like a brother to that child wouldn't get it. Well, they don't have the same exact genetic markers. And even like, because some of the mothers are like, well, this one has it and this one doesn't. And they got the same shots. So I'm like, yeah, but if you look up their genetics, they don't have the same exact genetics just because they're brothers. They vary. So they
Oh
might have
no.
the same marker. Oh,
The
did it fall
Reese's,
open?
yeah, the Reese's peanut butter just what
It just
happened?
it ripped.
I can't
Oh,
figure it out.
terrible.
I don't know what happened. Darn it.
Did you see? Oh no, you weren't in the group. Well, I
Oh,
wish you would come up with a fake Facebook because
Yeah.
Courtney put in this one with like these ladies who have those real long nails with all kinds of stuff stuck to them. And she's eating like a chicken leg or something. And she's got like, it looks like Fruit Loops stuck to her nails and everything.
well,
So then you see this guy and he's like got scissors taped to one finger, a cup to another. And he's like got
Did
all
you
this
see?
random-
Did you see the one she put on the WhatsApp about the reindeer and Santa?
No, I haven't
You
gotten
need to
into
check it
WhatsApp
out.
today.
You need to check it out.
I'm so bad with WhatsApp.
yeah, these are
Everybody-
Hershey's bats. They're from Halloween candy. Mhm. Wow.
Mhm.
Darn that bag. It's defective from the factory. It just opened up.
Just ripped open when you just
did.
barely touched it with those scissors. Barely. Barely.
What is this?
What? Yeah, I don't know what scissors. What? How did that happen? I'm not sure.
Yep, Kim.
Oh man.
Well, back then they did some crazy thing, like they had a watch with radioactive, what you call it?
Mm.
Turn it down.
Mm-hmm. What is
Radium.
that?
The
Yeah,
radium.
it was for you could
The
see it in
glow.
the dark.
Yeah,
Mhm. Yeah.
but there was radioactivity. They didn't know that.
Hmm.
Wait, it was they had radioactive stuff in the watch you were wearing.
On the hands
Like,
and the numbers of
yeah,
the watch
Oh, that
face.
made it glow. The
Right.
glow in the
Yeah.
dark stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
Without like those ladies that work and put it on themselves. They showed them
Mhm.
and were having a good old time at a party. I forget who they were working for, and they put it on like nail polish, and they put it on their face.
Ooh.
Uh-huh. They might have been in the watchmaking factory that did it. They were
Yeah.
playing with it. They didn't know. They didn't know better.
I
Yeah.
saw something
Mhm.
something during World War One. They used a different type of explosive. I can't recall what it is now, but it was pretty toxic. And the factory workers mostly were women because all the men were either dead or overseas.
Yeah.
And they showed some of the women
That's
getting
right.
off shift and their hands were red from handling the munitions. And they've
Mhm.
come to find out later that stuff's poisonous, man. A lot of those
Mhm.
ladies,
Died.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
LG's saying they would lick the paintbrushes. Like Van
Oh.
Gogh. Van Gogh would do the same thing, and that's what they think
Mm.
made him go.
From lead in the paint or something
Mhm.
Yeah.
like that.
Lead
Oh
and
boy.
different cadmium is highly toxic too, I believe, too.
It is. It's
Speaking
very
of Van
poisonous.
Gogh, he had a very, very hard life.
Yeah. Yeah. And probably was a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Probably was a
What
little
was
bit.
with his life? What I don't know very much about him.
Well, most of his life he was very poor.
Oh, okay.
Only
Yeah, I don't
after
think
he
he made
died
it
that
until
they-
after it
yeah,
was he died. Like his brother
after he died.
supported him, right? His brother
Mm.
supported
Yeah.
him a lot.
Mm.
And his brother didn't want him to paint. He wanted to get him a real job.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
There was a movie that they did in 90 something about the life of Van Gogh.
Mm. Well, it's 10. Let me go try and get him down. I'll just leave. You want me to just keep my thing up here, the rectangle? Okay.
Yeah, you can.
I'll do that. I
Mhm.
don't know if I'm going to set anything up because of just the way my life is. Because I didn't set it up yet. Woo! All right. I'll be back in a little bit.
Oh. Cordite. Cordite was the explosive that they used in and artillery shells, rifle bullets back during World War One and prior. It wasn't necessarily black powder or smokeless powder. They used cordite, and now that's how a lot of these ladies got really sick at the end of World War One because they were exposed to it, handling it.
Yeah.
Later, they got very sick. But I guess either you do that or the men on the other side, they were in the trenches for almost 5 years, and most didn't survive through it. It was horrible, man.
Yeah, Germany had it big in World War One.
Mm-hmm.
There was after the war was very basically after the two wars, the first one and the second one, the country was very poor.
Very much. Their soldiers and the German soldiers in World War One were extremely neglected. They hardly fed them. I mean, they gave them one uniform only. They were very neglected.
And that is one of the reasons in the beginning that Hitler was like voluntary in the German army in the
Correct.
World War One.
Mm-hmm. He was an Austrian, and he volunteered to join because he didn't want to be in the Austro-Hungarian army. He wanted to be in the German army. They were better equipped, and plus he was already a racial bigot. He didn't want to be part of a empire soldiers that are Hungarians and Yugoslavians and all that. He wanted to be hear one language. He was already a racial bigot,
Yeah.
What a terrible man.
What are you saying, Louis?
Yeah, it makes you wonder how they all did it back in the day, World War One and that.
Oh man.
Yeah. Even in World War II, you see, because I am big in the MRE community, and you see what they had to eat. So you wonder how they can survive.
Mm-hmm.
And they're supposed to get like 3 of that things, and you only get 1 per day instead of 3. So how did you survive? That's mind blowing.
Yeah. My grandfather was in the U.S. Marine Corps in World War One, and their ration kits. I mean, they fed them guys bread and water until they could get field kitchens set up and prepare food for the men. But their ration kits was canned white bread and a canteen of water. Yeah. How do you survive on that?
And even before that, there was like a type of cracker.
Hardtack. Yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that. I've heard about that.
And I heard about story of soldier eating even 10 of that and still hungry. They still get hungry even after 10.
Mm-hmm. I believe
so
it.
It's nothing. It's basically water and flour, and that's it.
Yeah, that's all it was. Dried out and well, the war the U.S. was involved in before World War One was the Philippine-American War, and that actually ended in 1914. It was the longest war until Vietnam. And in that theater, you could have a chance of salvaging food because there's mango trees and a lot of food around, and
even animals.
A lot of animals, yeah. But in the trenches in World War One, oh Lord, man, survive on bread and water. Yeah, that's all they had,
Yeah. Here in Israel, because of the kosher thing, when you are in the, like, if you enter Gaza and stuff like that, you receive a lot of cans of tuna, corn, and a lot of dry food.
Yeah.
The dry food give you a lot of sugar and
Hmm.
give you the energy you need to do whatever you need.
Yeah. That's what our rations in the Air Force were canned. They're what we used to call C rations, canned rations.
Yeah.
And
Well, they
um,
used sea ration until 82, if I'm not mistaken.
oh, the Air Force still
82,
had them.
83.
Yeah, the Air Force still had them, and they would still feed us C rations occasionally.
Yeah, of course, because they did so many of them.
Yeah, there's
They
tons of
they
it. Hmm.
used to they used to give it out until even 86.
Hmm. Yeah.
Then they come the brown bag. Did you heard about the brown bags?
Yeah. Well, they switched in the U.S. forces. They switched over to the MREs. The Army got them first before the Air Force did because they're infantry. We're
Yeah.
not infantry. We're mechanics. And the first MRE I had was I did a temporary duty with the Army's 9th Infantry Division, and that was the first time I saw an MRE. And it was like I was impressed, man. That's like,
Yes.
you know,
I
I
saw
was
the MOEs they have today. Since 2018, they have an MOE pizza.
wow, no kidding,
Yeah.
wow. I
Aren't MREs, aren't they like freeze dry or regular freeze dried food?
Yeah, it is, and then
There is two kind.
mm,
MOEs are meal ready to eat.
ready to eat. Yeah. Hmm.
And the freeze dry unit is the most for the cold climate that you need to put water in it,
Yeah.
hot water.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I remember having some spaghetti. They put water in it, and then I think you broke something in the bottom of the bag and shook it up, and then it would heat the bag and heat the spaghetti. And
Yeah,
yeah.
it's very advanced. It's basically two kind of metals
Hmm.
that you put water in it, and if you add it a little bit of salt, it activate even faster and harder.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's basically the technology that you use for hand warmers, but
Mm,
much more harder.
yeah. I remember when we were still on our main base, and we went through a readiness exercise, which was all the time. And they set up a field kitchen, an Air Force field kitchen, in one of the hangars. And in my time, they still had a lot of airmen who were Vietnam veterans, and they brought in pallets and pallets full of sea rations, and they give them to our cooks. And the master sergeants who served in Vietnam, those guys knew how to prepare those things to where that food was really good. I am
Yeah,
not kidding you. If you got a guy who knows how to do it, and he taught the younger airmen how to prepare sea rations and add some spices and a few things, and it was really good chow.
even the soldier now knows to like have a small quantity of seasoning
Yeah. Hmm. Yep.
because when they give you, yes, they have a lot of high of sodium,
Hmm.
but you don't taste it.
Yeah. Yeah, our sea rations used to have a little bottle of Tabasco sauce,
Yeah,
salt and pepper, instant coffee and instant creamer, toilet paper, chewing gum, several cans. They would be,
and
could
you need
be
to have one of that or the key.
P38. You bet. They always came with a P38 can opener. I know all about those. Yeah, yeah. But I like the sea rations. I mean, I didn't have any problem with them. But what we used to do is we'd get a truck, and put the you got to poke a hole in the top, put the sea
Yeah.
rations on the exhaust manifold of a truck.
Or the
And
engine block. Yeah, to heat it up.
Yep. Get it warm, open it up, and dive in.
The problem was not the sea ration. The problem was when in combat, and instead of three sea ration a day, you used to get only one.
Yeah. Hmm.
That's nothing.
Yeah, that's not enough. But that's why people in the military are young. They can tolerate
Yeah.
that. Hmm.
But today you have even ration of 24-hour ration that you have
Yeah.
like breakfast, supper, and dinner.
Hmm. Yeah.
And they get to up to three 3,000 calories, even more.
Yeah, they're much better fed than when we were. And the MREs are lighter weight too. Carrying around
Yeah,
a rucksack full of cans. Oh, dude. Yeah.
especially the freeze dry. They
Hmm.
absolutely don't weigh nothing.
That's right. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
only into it because uh, I usually see it on YouTube, and not only the US MREs, the French,
Hmm.
the the Spanish are very like you have like Gomez MREs.
So yeah, you're right. Hmm.
I saw the other day a calamari MRE from the
Really
Spanish, yeah, the
nice.
Spanish soldiers.
Hmm. I have a secondhand story to tell about the French meals. A fellow I worked with at Boeing, he was former Marine Corps Raiders, their special forces in the Marine Corps, and him and a few other guys with their radio were going deep into Iraq in the first Gulf War. So they had to catch a ride with whoever would be able to give them transportation out there.
Yeah,
And he got picked up by the French in like an 8-wheeled vehicle. Taken, it was a French Foreign Legion, and one of the legionnaire was a British. And you know how it is, Yossi. Eat while you can, sleep while you can.
yeah,
And he opened up one of the MREs, and this British French Foreign Legionnaire looked at it and went, "What's that?" He said, "Well, this is our MREs." And then the British guy got out their rations. Oh my God, man. Crackers and spread and all this, and even came with a bottle of wine to go along with their meal. And he said, man, those French were eating gourmet dinners out there in the field.
yeah. The only MOE that I saw that had alcohol in it
Hmm.
is the Italian.
The Italians, really?
They have a 40% whiskey, like a shot of whiskey, and you can, like, if you have a cold or something, you can shot it in the morning and get warm and get your day started.
Yeah, that would help with sore muscles and a little bit of pain control too. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why us Italians drink a lot.
Yeah, but now the British MRE are very good.
Oh, okay.
They have like in the same quality of the French and the Spanish. Yes, they had like a can full of. They got even meatballs and sausages and like if you put it on a plate, you can swear that is home cooked.
Oh
almost.
wow, that would be so cool. Yeah.
No, today the MRE world is very, very advanced.
Mm. Yeah, LG, the fellow that I knew, he was with he was U.S. Marine Corps, and he got a ride from the French Foreign Legion, and one of the Foreign Legionnaires was a British, and he showed him what the French issue them to eat, and it was like cheese and crackers and all kinds of fancy food, and these Marines are like, huh? What?
Yeah.
I'm very envious. Mm.
So how's that tumbler coming along, Bob?
Good. I'm making more and more and more pellets of fertilizer. There's I got a whole ton of them lined up right
By
over
the
there
way,
drying.
the blender still works.
It still works. Yeah. Yeah. The tumbler's doing the heavy lifting. Like right there is some of the stuff I've got in there to mix it all
Yeah.
together: paper and cardboard, coffee grounds, all that. Yeah. The tumbler's doing the heavy work. The grinder, I use it sometimes to pulverize some cardboard. Yeah, I got tons of them, man. I'm gonna keep doing this all winter long until I get so until I get too much. Mm-hmm.
Then you can start burning it.
Burning it.
Yeah.
Well, it could. Well, I look at it kind of like a cost savings, because I'm going to have to buy potting soil, and the more of that stuff I use is for free, and it'll give some energy to the flowers and the plants. So save a little bit of money.
Yeah, I don't even use potting soil in my indoor garden. I just take at the end of the year, my gardening year, I fill up a whole bunch of 5-gallon pails of my garden soil
There you
and
go.
use my indoor garden.
Mm-hmm.
Why spend the money, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is my first year of being able to grow anything, so I'll be able to do that after some time. It'll take some time.
Yeah, it's just a matter of adding some soil amendments to it when I go to plant stuff,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, LG, I could use them because they're kind of those fertilizer balls. They're all individual. They don't look the same, and they're all wrapped up with old leaves, and paper, and cardboard, and coffee grounds. Yeah, you could use them. Let them dry out and use them for art. Sure. Mm-hmm.
Basically, you can use them whatever you like. You can burn them. You can.
Mm-hmm.
So, what year did you got discharged?
1988. Yeah.
88.
Yeah.
And they still in 88 use sea wash?
The Air Force did. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. The Army and the Marine Corps, the infantry guys get the MREs first.
Yeah.
The Air Force were not infantry. We're based. We're
Yeah.
aircraft mechanics and technicians and all that. So same with
But
the
you
new
had kitchen and stuff, no?
Yeah. We had deployable kitchens that could be folded up and thrown on an airplane and taken anywhere in the world. And that's part of the operation readiness that we constantly went through. Everyone went through that. do it again and again and again. Pack up your tools, pack up spare parts. The cooks, they packed up their tools and food and everything that they
Yeah.
need, and do it again and again and again and again.
Yeah, so it's almost like breathing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That way you could just take a look at what is in your kit, and that something's missing, or something's out of place.
Yeah, for
But
when that time comes, it's just like breathing.
Yeah, just like breathing. Yeah, just get on the airplane, go. Just tie it down to some pallets, get a forklift, bring it up on the airplane, and go.
Yeah.
Was it fun? Not always.
No.
No.
I bet you.
Yeah. Hurry up and wait. Hurry up and wait. Hurry up and
Yeah.
wait. It was so much of that. I remember after my enlistment was over, I standing in line. Oh, that was so hard for me because, oh God, have to stand in line for everything. Oh man, just yeah.
Keep you fit right to the end, eh?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, normal events was they gather up some airmen, and they and go over to this building and wait, and then someone will contact you, and you could be over there for an hour, 2 hours, however, and you wait for some sergeant to show up, and all right, you guys all go to that hangar and meet up with Sergeant so and so, and he'll give you your duty assignments. Okay, so you go over to the other hangar. You hurry up and get there. Hurry up and get there. So you go, hurry up and get there, and then you just get there and wait, and wait, and wait. Or the thing that really drove me nuts was, example is they would have the whole squadron, hundreds of people, and they would have hundreds of people. They go over to the base movie theater and wait. Okay, we got to modify some of the paperwork. Okay, so you're expecting maybe 6 or 8 people at a desk to do your paperwork to get it modified. Nope. You got like 200 people standing in line and one guy to do the what the hell?
Poor guy.
Yeah, poor guy. Yeah, I agree. And then all of us standing in line for how long? Oh man, that's why even after my enlistment was over, it took me years to where it didn't bother me to stand in line for something. It took me years to get over that.
Well, in the army, you stand in line for no reason.
Yeah.
But in the real world, you need to stay in line for a reason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, our forces in the U.S. are separated from Army to the Air Force, right? And I did a temporary duty with the Army's 9th Infantry, and the Army's got to find busy work for you. The Air Force is not so much like that. You're going to do this for a purpose. Okay. So there was me and about a half a dozen Air Force guys with the Army. And here comes a sergeant first class, and he says, "Move all those sheets of plywood over to here." Okay.
You build it yourself.
And so us airmen grabbed each end, and we're carrying the plywood over, and until one of the airmen saw a forklift drive past. So he flagged the forklift down. "Hey, come over here." can you move all that sheets of plywood from here over there? And the soldier says, yeah, okay, can do. Picked it up, moved it, and set it down. So here we come. We're supposed to report to this Army sergeant first class, and we said, okay, sergeant, we got that done. What's next? How did you do it so fast? Well, got a forklift to move it. Oh man, we got our asses chewed out. I did not tell you to get a forklift and move that. I wanted you people to move it on, by hand. And with Air Force guys are like, no, man, work smarter, not harder. We got the job done. What's next? Give us another assignment. We didn't mouth off, of course, but that's in our mind. Oh man, we got chewed out for that. It was airmen were looking at each other. Oh, geez, we're not in the Air Force anymore, are we?
I think I would have been Air Force, and it explains the difference between the husband and I. Because that's my saying is work smarter, not harder.
Not harder. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's more into the grunt work. And I'm
Mhm.
like, we could do this. If we did this and this, we could get both done at the same time. Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm not slandering the Army by any means.
Yeah,
But
no.
just there is a fundamental difference. Is that
Mm-hmm.
in the Air Force, when they give you busy work, it's for a reason.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
in the Army, it seems like they want to keep those guys
Busy.
Yeah.
They've got too much on their hands, probably. Just like
Yeah.
teachers like us. I remember
Yeah.
teaching
Mhm.
art, and they would give me so many kids at one time.
Mhm.
And I'd have kids that would just blow through the assignment, and I'd look at it. You're going to do that again because you blew through it. I want a quality assignment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want a quality assignment. So,
Mhm.
no, you're doing that. And sometimes it's just because you want the class to stay together in what they're doing. Like, so one part, just a small part, doesn't move too far ahead of the other,
Yeah.
and also give you crappy work too, like just
Mhm.
rush through it. But maybe he
Right.
didn't have something lined up right away, and he's like, "Oh crap,
Yeah.
they blew through that too fast."
I look back at it now, and the fundamental difference between the Army and the Air Force is the Army has masses of human beings,
Yeah, lots of numbers.
thousands and thousands, and the Air Force we never had enough.
Thanks, LG.
We never had enough people,
Yeah.
and
Because all the testing back home.
yeah, and
Mhm.
yeah, it's really hard to get in and stay in, and I do recall one young man. He was a young soldier who was assigned to work with us airmen,
Mhm.
and that's where I learned the saying ghosting. And this young soldier he would take off, and and he got caught doing that twice.
Isn't that like
And
close to AWOLing if you do
pretty
that?
much, yeah. We knew better than that. If they tell you to go there and stay there, just stay there,
Yeah.
And he would go ghost, and he got caught doing that twice, and they kicked him out of the Army.
Wow.
That same sergeant first class said, "Come with me. We're going to go to the orderly room, and we're getting you out of the Army." And they did. They
Wow.
discharged him. Yeah.
Maybe something was wrong with him.
Yeah, he was just too immature or
Well,
something.
if you don't do the order,
Mhm.
how they like
Can't trust you out on the field,
I
right?
can't trust
It's
you.
like,
Correct.
yeah.
exactly if
Yeah.
you don't complete your simple order, they
Mhm.
go there and stay there.
Yeah.
You're not going to fight
Yeah.
for us.
That would be the guy you expect him watching your back, and you turn around and he's running away, leaving you alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does sound like he was full of shell. I was thinking maybe he was learning to save them. Because they didn't always catch that back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They would just be like, "Oh, he's a little different."
Yeah.
Yeah, my aunt's a little different. She's just a little different.
Not slandering again the
Yeah,
difference, but I did notice that the Army would take anyone.
Yeah. Well, because they were legs.
Yeah, they
Right.
were legs. Yeah,
They were legs.
yeah,
They were down on the ground more and going in and bodies.
yeah. They need bodies to dig trenches. They need bodies to set up tents. They need bodies to move the supplies and all that. And but one of our first instructions when we were answering to an Army staff sergeant,
Mhm.
he was giving us airmen and soldiers instructions on how to accomplish this task.
Mhm.
And he went step by step. You turn the bucket upside, right side up, and you get, put water in the bucket. And us Air Force guys were standing there like, you got to be freaking kidding me, you know.
Yeah.
And we come to find out that a couple of the guys that we were with, they needed to be simplified like that so they could
Mm.
accomplish that one task.
Yeah.
Airmen were not accustomed to that.
Yeah.
If you're shy up here, they're going to drum you out, and we just don't have room for you.
Yeah. Well, back in those days too, a lot of them were just right off the farm, and some of them
True.
were never placed in school. They just did farm work
Yeah.
because their
Mhm.
parents needed them more on the farm than they needed them in school.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Sadly. Like, that's one thing when my dad said he went and left the farm to go to World War II to see the world.
Yeah.
And he saw that a lot. He goes, I just saw a bunch of farm boys over there. Same thing with the Germans. The Germans, those kids were a bunch of
Yeah.
farm kids like me. He goes,
Certainly.
they were just off the German farms.
Yes.
He said
Yeah.
that, he goes, that's what was so sad is here we all we're kids and we're fighting each other. And this is because our, governments
Yeah.
can't figure it out.
Because in World War II in Germany is the same like that happened now with Russia. If you
Mhm.
in the age, they're gonna take you and you have nothing to say about it.
Yeah. No choice. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Russia just wants warm bodies there. That's what I've basically heard. They don't have enough
Hmm.
people.
Well, they're using all their ammo. They don't have any ammo left.
Really?
They not have
Yeah.
ammo. What? That's
Until now,
weird.
they use about 90% of their ammo. That's why they want to go to nuclear
Oh shit.
because they don't have any ammo left.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
They don't have
No.
anybody producing it over there? Where did they get it from?
They have to
Not
because
enough. They're using too much.
Oh, it's
we
going out more than it's coming towards them on the line.
logistics problems and stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Tula and Wolf are two different ammunition manufacturers in Russia, and they sell it to the civilian market here in the U.S.
Huh.
Yep.
You
Yeah,
would
I've
think
got
they
some.
would.
I've got some. Yeah.
Weird. I wonder. That's so strange. I don't know if we should believe half the stuff we're hearing.
Yeah.
Really? Like, especially like after that short that um I think it was actually Courtney who put it up again where they talked about the Red Dragon place
Mhm.
had 4 years ago where if you even jaywalked, they could take money out of your account because they had
Oh.
facial recognition already set up in places so well
Yeah.
4 years ago. And it's like,
Yeah,
okay,
they-
oh, they're our enemy, really? And yet all our politicians have money in their pockets from them.
Sure, because you can
And we
figure.
still my iPhone is made there,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and I think
Look
we're
at
gonna use that
People
technology.
don't understand that Samsung and iPhone producing by the same factory, by the same company, in
Mm.
the same place.
yeah. One's
Yeah.
just got a little different circuit board than the next.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Mhm. Well, you can also figure into corruption if they are low on ammo,
Wow,
because
plasma body.
they would the same factory makes the ammunition, Wolf and Tula probably, maybe two companies, but if they can get a higher dollar amount, they're going to sell it to the U.S. civilian market and
Exactly.
not send it to the army. That's corruption,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Passamaquoddy, is this you repackaged in an Amazon box, right? Was one of the things, and then is Malachi's in an envelope? Because they got here.
Hey, Greg Granny.
Hey,
And then
there's-
I'll show you guys. This is so cute. This is what Dustin picked out for Malachi.
Oh,
Dustin and
wow.
Courtney. That's really
Right
good
on.
for like OT, like his hands. It's great for his
Yeah.
hands. So that'll be really
Nice.
cute. The only thing is I'll have to watch him because he'll eat those worms. Actually, he'll probably eat all this. So I'll have to
Yeah.
watch him like a hawk. But it's great for all the fine motor. In fact, I just bought him while I was giving him his breathing treatment. Remember the red light, green light game when we were kids? Did you guys ever play that? Where it's like red light and you just freeze where you're
Yeah.
at. Green light and you
Oh.
go.
Mhm,
And you
mhm.
would have to, like, you wanted to get to a goal, but it was like, okay, you can only walk fast. You can't run when it's green light. And you have to slow down if it goes yellow. But it was usually just red and green.
Red
I
and
got
green,
him
yeah.
the actual lights to teach him that because he doesn't know. Stop. Just stop.
Stop. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So we'll
Well,
play that
you
with him and see.
can put it in a game. Yeah, it's
Mhm.
gonna.
Yeah. Because he's got to learn stop if he runs. Like, he does pretty well with the street there,
I
but
can.
the day he doesn't.
Hello, Gil.
Yeah.
Hey, Gil.
Let me
Stop.
get a warm up on my coffee, guys. Be right back.
When you
Okay.
least expect it to.
What was that?
It's when you least expect it.
That it'll happen. Oh yeah, like the toilet. As soon as I let my guard down just a fraction of a second, he's got a whole roll of toilet paper in the toilet.
Trust
2
me, I
seconds.
know
Yeah.
I what a Ford F-250 front end feels like.
No. How old were you?
This was maybe not even 10 years ago. I was jaywalking. I went, my bank, I was living in an apartment. My bank was right across the street. And it wasn't raining. And when I came out of the bank, it was raining. So they had the advanced left. I bolted out into traffic just to go home, like right across the street. And this F-250 Super Duty was making a left. I don't know how fast this guy went, but all I seen was the bright white light of his headlight, and I was hurtling through the air about 10 feet.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh. LG, I have used those. You use them in sensory boxes and you put toys underneath. And I used them when he was really young. And like Tammy said, I had concerns about them going in his mouth. I have some now. Any kind of toys that can go in his mouth, I have to be right there with him. Yeah. But yeah, Tammy brings up an important point about it.
I wonder if you
getting
can
in.
put like you put the dog
Something
for
over.
not
Yeah,
bite-
make him wear a
for
mask
not
while he's
bite-
playing certain
for
toys.
not biting.
Gosh,
like
my
the
little
dogs.
look like a Hannibal Lecter. Oh, this is my son Hannibal.
Had it
But no,
been
that's
for the
actually not a bad
Well,
idea.
not outside, only in the house.
Oh, I can open my box pass? Okay.
if it hadn't been for the fact that I was drunk at the time, I don't think I could have gotten up and walked away.
Oh,
It took me about 10 minutes, right? Because I landed on the ground. The ground was wet, and one of the first things I heard was, "Just stay still. I'm a nurse. I know what I'm doing." And I go, "What the hell just hit me?"
oh.
There we go. Oops.
Wasn't even expecting it. I knew it was an advanced left, but I figured the guy would see me if they got too close, right? Just
Oh, wow.
Oh,
was
it's so
raining.
pretty.
didn't see me till the
Oh,
last
it's
second.
so cool. You made me one. I love it. It's so cozy too. The fabric and it's blue, my mom's favorite color. Or is it like a periwinkle, which is like a combination of colors? It's so pretty.
Look way.
It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Look at the, I don't know if you can see the colors so well.
Look in the camera. It's look gray.
Yeah, it's grayish. It's like a periwinkle, I think. It's hard to see. The light's not good in this room right now. Am I wearing it right, Pass? It's pretty. I
Yeah,
love
it's
it.
beautiful.
It's really pretty. Thank you. And it's so cozy. It's so cozy. Thank you so much. You didn't have to do that. So thank you. I appreciate it. It's like a hug. You sent me a hug. I did get a sensory box, but a smaller one, Gardening Warrior Q. I love this. This is so cozy. And it's perfect for
Sensory box?
Florida because it's not solid. Because we only get
What's
a
a
little.
sensory box?
They have them to where they're almost like a table where you can put boxes inside them and the kids can play
Gotcha.
in sand or in water or in like the beads.
Like a small kitchen and stuff?
It's kind of like a sink would be, and sometimes they're like right next to each other. There'll be two boxes and you can put lids on them, and it just gives them different sensory experiences. Sometimes they can be themed, like you do dinosaurs and it's got sand and it's got like maybe a little water too on the other side.
I bet you love the
Too.
beach.
I do need to smile. Yeah, or a beach theme. You can do beach theme and have little plastic toys for them to
I
dig
bet
on.
Malachi loved the beach, like playing the sand and stuff.
He loves to throw sand at people's faces was the last time we had him there. Yes.
Oh,
Yes. And I was digging. This is what happened. I was digging and he full on threw sand right in my eye. And my thing flicked like what I was doing. And it went in his face. And this man was near us. And he's like, oh, like he thought I did it on purpose. And I was like, well, it would teach him a lesson, but no, that was an accident. Like, mind your damn business.
oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah, we ended up like not staying very long. I was blinded. I was like, oh. So yeah, we have to be careful with sand with him. But so I'll get if we play with sand, I get the one that sticks together. I can't think of it. Yeah, the
Like one
kinetic sand. Yeah, I use that.
That don't get wet and stuff.
Yeah, my kid throws the regular sand. It's really weird. The kinetic sand, he doesn't tend to like throw it at people, but he will like throw it out of the box. So it'll come out of the box all over. He likes to make a big mess. That's just Malachi. Slinkies, he pulled them apart before or tangled them. Slinkies are a pain in the ass.
Yeah,
They're
they never
always like
last long.
on for 5 minutes and then they're like
Junk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're in some weird shape that
Yep.
you can't.
They never last. The metal ones, they would just get all torn up quick. But
Yeah,
the last ones
the
I saw
plastic
were,
ones last longer.
yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I used to get the rainbow ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he
Plastic
likes
one, yeah.
some sensory stuff. He does, but a lot I have to be careful because he's sensory oriented towards his mouth. So
Oh, okay. I got that.
yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of stuff he wants to just experience it orally and put it in his mouth. And trying to get him out of that is really rough. And I'm still like,
I'm sorry to tell you that, but little monkeys does the same thing. Like everything, trying to eat and trying to smell.
Yeah, babies do it, the oral, and he just hasn't
So
clicked off for him. It's
still
still
in
on.
the gotcha.
Yeah, it never clicked off. Forget what
Is
Jake's
he-
pickup ladders are. What are those? Is that the flipping ones? LG, the ones that flip? I don't think you would play with that too much.
I used to
And he
get,
has in one kind of an education or something?
I used to give my
Or
kids
does he
bags
take
of broken
nothing?
glass.
Oh, did you? That's so nice of you, Bob. Put it back together again, boys. Here's some glue.
Razor
Here's some
blades,
airplane glue.
razor blades, and bags of broken glass.
Nice. Nice.
God, can you imagine?
Oh my God. Here's your mother's broken glass vase. Oh, here's some modeling glue. Make sure you smell that a lot before you put it back together.
Oh wow! Oh, that would be
Malachi
horrible.
Dad, I got it back
Malachi is
together
taking
again.
a kind of medication.
Oh my gosh. The model glue used to like get people high. People would
Ooh, baby.
snort it over here in the States.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
here too.
Yeah.
I'm asking about if he's taking some kind of medicine.
No, not yet. No. We need to revisit his neurologist. Like all that I'm basically starting from ground zero again since the red dragon and then mom passing. Because we couldn't bring people in to the house because of mom.
Yeah.
And her getting sick. And
Yeah.
also the people who were visiting him before, they go to daycare centers
Yeah.
and visit,
Gotcha.
places where there's lots of germs and then bring it into
So
my house and Malachi catches it right away.
he's not
Got,
sick on any kind of something.
hmm?
So it's not sick.
What do
It's
you
not
mean?
sick of something.
No.
No, he only have difficult in communication.
He's mentally, he's 8 years old and he's probably about a 2 or 3-year-old.
No, but don't receive a medication for it.
No medications yet. The neurologist has to do that, and we have to go back to the neurologist. We haven't been back since the CB stuff, before the CB. So
Gotcha.
we have to, and
You
I'm
can
just
talk
hoping
about. You can. Don't worry. You can talk.
yeah, I'm just hoping his neuro is still there because he's excellent. He's an excellent neurologist. But also Malachi has what's called a submucosal cleft palate. It's not usually found on people because it's just so, how do you say it? It's like such a minute cleft. What it is there's a notch in their palate, and sometimes the palate is higher than the average person. It's like much more arched. And then your uvula can be split. And that's how the ENT saw it. He saw the split uvula, and then he just went, whoop, stuck his little finger in there with, he put a glove on and he went, stuck his finger and he felt the notch. And he's like, your son has this. And he's like, he sent us down to the cranial specialist at Joe DiMaggio in Broward County, the cranial facial specialist.
Is that from fetal alcohol? I thought I heard something about that with fetal alcohol syndrome.
Yeah, it's common with fetal alcohol, cleft palates.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah. So he has double diagnosis. It's dual. His father was bipolar, which is the far end on the autism spectrum. It can be on there. And his mom also had learning disabilities. So both of them had learning disabilities. And then mom drank on top of it.
Oh boy.
So yeah, my little guy's got a lot going on. And, yeah.
I'm so sorry, Karen.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. God led us to him for a reason. He just has to equip me because right now I just don't have as much patience as I've always had due to, losing mom, but also menopause hit me. Like nobody warned me that was coming so soon.
Yeah.
And so you definitely are like a lot less patient with the hormone imbalance.
Do you have a problem with tea?
With what?
Do you have problem with drinking tea?
With drinking tea? No, but I told you this morning I'm noticing the coffee is starting to affect me.
So try to drink more tea.
Yeah.
Chamomile tea is very good. I can't drink
chamomile. Yeah, I have to be careful with chamomile because it's related to other, I guess, plants that I'm allergic to. But yeah, I do. I'm trying. Lemon balm is okay. I can do lemon balm, and that's calming. Oh,
green tea in general is more healthy for you.
What is?
Green tea in general.
Yeah, as long as you get the one that's not loaded with lead from China.
Not in
Israel. I know Israel's got the good stuff. Japanese green tea is really good. It's the ones that are grown in China that can be leaded. I don't know why. I forget why that is. It's where they grow it, or I don't know.
It's probably whatever's in the ground, wherever they grow it. There's probably lead in the ground.
Yeah, that makes sense, Louis. That makes sense. I know too. They were having an issue with trying to think of what's that little red.
They grow it in China or in Japan.
They grow it in both, but they'll import it from China, the green tea, and they've found lead in the Chinese version.
Nice.
Yeah. Go figure.
The only, unless if they're whatever
Maybe they did it on purpose, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, it
Increased
could be
birth defects,
fertilizer.
brain damage, birth
Yeah.
defects, and
Yeah.
brain damage. Yeah, you bet
Mhm.
they did it on purpose.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
I know
Dad's taking out the garbage for you, Yossi, or is that laundry?
No, it's
Hi,
garbage.
Dad.
Mhm.
Bye, Yossi's daddy.
Mhm.
I know with manure,
Oh,
whatever the animals eat goes right, like it stays, it goes in the manure, it goes right through the system, right? So if they're on
Yeah.
like hormone stuff to take them in and out of heat, that's in the manure.
Mhm.
So
mm,
whatever they're feeding, like whatever, if there's manure, right, there it could be in that too.
true,
So
true. It's probably they're spraying the plants with something.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
They know it's going to export here. I wouldn't be surprised.
U.S. or Japan, both of
Mm.
them are their targets.
Yeah, yeah. Wow, pass. I hate it when that happens. I know my neurologist also, he retired or died. I noticed his building isn't his building anymore. While we were
Yeah.
having the big red dragon stuff, drove by and he was gone. Okay, yeah, I've had that happen, Pass, with the hot drinks and spicy. It's my heart, Passamaquoddy, that my coffee's starting to act up. Like my heart's acting up. But of
Yeah.
course, it's been since Mom passed. My main concern is that I just don't have like how you can get stress-related sicknesses from being a caregiver. But I think
Yeah.
it's stress,
There
period.
is.
I believe that.
You need to not like all of it. You need to check it out. You need to check it immediately because there are too many stuff that can come with stress
Yeah.
and sadness and everything.
Yeah, you can actually there is broken heart syndrome, and it can lead to a real
Yeah.
heart attack.
My
Yep.
aunt died like half a year after my uncle died
Yep,
because she was alone.
that happens a lot. Yeah,
Yep.
they call it broken heart syndrome.
Yep.
Yep. Well, my mom's
years
major
together.
stroke was 4 months after my dad's death.
Yeah.
They said, but the joke is that he came back for her and she said, hell no, not ready yet.
Not ready.
Well,
Mhm.
if you're not joking about it, you're gonna cry about it. So
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. I have to
Mhm.
joke about it because it was like, gotta be kidding. And it was like Easter. She had it right on Easter. And then I remember the place that had her released her. She wasn't ready to go home and they released her on Mother's Day. I'm like, is this a joke? Are you kidding me? You're sending her home to basically 2 drug addicts that are at her house. Like, who can
Oh
barely
boy.
take care of themselves. They're like, no, she's, this is pretty much where we've gotten her to where she needs to be. And she has people at home, so they are releasing her.
Where do the drugs come from?
Oh, no. I mean, my sister would use the prescription medication like it's drugs. And they could go
Okay. Okay.
downtown. From my parents' house, they could walk downtown. Like,
Yeah.
even though it
Yeah.
was a nice area, you go into town.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing how they can find one another.
They always do.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, at
There's-
least that's not what happened to my grandmother. My grandma was in the hospital, and my mother was at work. My father was at work, and when she came, my mother came from work.
Yeah.
They left her on the stairs
What the hell?
without telling nobody.
Oh my God.
They should be
That is
sued. That's horrible. Can you even
here
sue them there? That's
here in
awful.
Washington State, they would have been arrested, not
Yeah,
just sued. Yeah.
Well,
horrible.
my mother. My mother was too kind, and
Yeah,
they didn't have the language yet very good.
Mm.
that's awful. I can't believe that would even be legal.
Yeah.
That's great. Like,
Here it's called patient abandonment. If you're
Mhm.
licensed at all, you lose your license like that right now, and you're going to be up on charges
Yeah.
for, from Adult Protective Services will put you up on charges for something like that. At least in Washington State, they will. You're looking at some jail time or worse.
Yeah, because usually they would put them in a place like a nursing home if they're older here. If you abandon them, like family abandonment,
Mhm.
they put them in a rehab and then they put
Yeah.
them in a nursing
Well,
home.
they finally didn't abandon her. She was in the hospital,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then we put her in another hospital. But
And they
they
abandoned
just
her.
left her. Yeah,
Yeah.
they just left her
Oh my
in the
God.
stairs. And this is a apartment building, so it's not outside. I live on the fourth floor.
Mm.
So in the
Mhm.
stairs, in the middle of the stairs.
Gosh, that's horrid. That's horrible. And especially if it was like a medical transport, you would think they would bring her right back to the hospital
Yeah,
and say, nobody's there. We can't
Supposed
drop
to do
her off.
that. That's
she
protocol.
was in the wheelchair. She couldn't walk.
Oh my God,
Uh-huh.
that's horrible. Oh, that's good, Q. Yeah. One good thing about Washington is they don't play with doctors screwing around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least I'm glad I knew the term medical transport when they did that with my mom. They were like, hey, you need to come pick her up. We're discharging her. It was like 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock at night. I forget what time. And it was like, what? I thought that was supposed to happen tomorrow, like when the hospital bed gets here. Since when? I'm not set up yet. What the heck? Thank God I did start to set the room up. But
Yeah,
yeah, that's one thing. It's like my sister says anything, I'll be like, Mom went through 2 mattresses. I don't want to hear it. That's
Mm.
just the minimum of what it affects the caregivers. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, Bob knows, like, you
I
go through
know.
their money and then you dig into your own.
You own, and
yeah,
yeah, by the time hospice kicked in, the hygiene needs was staggering.
What aren't the pads ridiculous? The price
Yeah.
of just the pads to put under them is like
Uh-huh. It's
insane.
insane. And
The
the
ones
adult
that work at
diapers and the
least.
wipes and the
yeah.
Yeah.
A&D
Ridiculous.
ointment and
Yeah.
all that. It was like, oh my
It was
God.
insane. Same here. It
Yeah,
was
what did you
insane.
do what did you do with mom's money? Just spent it on her.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sue you and find out. Like, got a
God.
surprise for you. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. Go ahead and check my Amazon list. You'll see.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Gosh. That's the one thing that protects us is there's no estate. Mom doesn't have any
Yeah.
true estate. And
Yeah.
so her lawyer was like, most lawyers are not even gonna mess with that. They want money. They want to
Yeah.
sue and get money, and she
Mhm.
doesn't have any money unless she finds some weirdo pro bono who doesn't care. That's the only way.
Yeah, that's
Maybe.
true.
Maybe. And then it's cross state, which will be a pain in the butt too for the lawyer because they would be in a different state coming
Yeah.
through Florida. Yeah, I don't think so.
That's one
Yeah,
of the
I
reasons
know
why.
in Vegas,
Mhm.
you need to be on Vegas to sue someone from Vegas. Like you need to be,
Wow.
you need to have a Vegas lawyer to sue
Mhm.
someone from Vegas.
Yeah.
You moved to Vegas.
Nobody can sue them, and
Yeah.
I
Yep.
don't. Yeah,
Mhm. Yeah,
I
it's
remember
true.
Gil saying something about that, like to go to Vegas too and to get certain things like protections, legal protections, because
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
they have to
Mhm.
go and seek you out in that state and in Vegas to do anything
like
about it.
if you have a business
An
that you
LLC.
do from home,
Mhm.
you can get a Vegas address, and if one want to sue you, they need to be in Vegas.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
like that idea.
Mhm.
I was actually just talking to my husband about trusts and stuff, and yeah, putting the home in a trust so you don't really own it. So, like, especially for when she starts driving or anything like that. Although we're not
Yeah.
listed on her car, that we did that on purpose. We're not. It's her own car.
Yeah.
My main concern is getting her switched over to her own insurance, so she's
Yeah.
not on her insurance.
hmm
Because I don't want any wormholes coming after us.
Yeah.
If God forbid she would get in an accident and be at fault.
After all those years of getting sued by my son's mom and brother and sister, I have
Yeah.
absolutely no property of any kind in my name. Absolutely zero.
The way
Nothing.
to do. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. My brother does the same. His stuff is written from a trust.
Mhm.
Like the check says it from such and such trust.
Mhm.
And they're just on it somehow to where they can write checks from it. I forget what that's called.
Yeah.
Well, it's 11 o'clock over here. I don't think I'm going to again do a live. I feel so bad, but I don't know where everybody is tonight. I know our beloved Cork is doing her side hustle, her and
Mhm.
Dustin,
Yeah.
I believe. But
Yeah, she told me.
yeah, I don't think I'm going to set up that one for tonight. Trust executors, that's what they're called. Kayla, why didn't you come up? The link is in Facebook,
I can put it here.
our group. Because it is an interesting subject as far as learning how to protect ourselves in this time when everybody is so happy.
Yeah.
They're so happy. You
Because
okay, Louis?
everybody,
Yeah, I'm great.
You look puzzled. You're making a face looking down at your phone there.
Yeah, I just, yeah. Everybody's just too suing happy these days.
Yes, they are.
You're not clean enough to be seen right now. You rolling in mud?
Well, if you
Oh.
look at daytime television, the people who don't work, every second commercial is a lawyer's office. You can get money.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go see so and so partnership. You can get money. File a lawsuit. You can get money.
that's the word. Money,
YouTube
money,
here
money,
too. YouTube
money,
does it.
money, money.
Have you been in
money.
an accident and are you only settling for $10,000? You can get more.
Get more money.
Here
And
in
all these.
Israel is the
Uh-huh.
same thing.
Get
Yeah.
the money you deserve. It's like,
Mhm.
Yeah,
that's a
Sense
great
I deserve.
Well,
These
that's how they
people who-
appeal to them because they
Yeah,
believe
I
that.
know. Yeah.
there's one up here in Canada for about anxiety or something, where you can sue. I think it's for like because of the CV or something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If you didn't have anxiety before, you can sue now, or something like that.
I wonder who are they suing for that? Do you know?
whoever you want.
Some lawyer firm or whatever.
Mhm.
China.
But I mean, who are they going up against? Class action lawsuit against who for that? Do you know? Is it the government?
Probably. I'm not sure.
Wow, that's ballsy. That they're going
about-
against the
I'll
government.
have to pay until you get paid and something
Yep.
about anxiety.
Mhm.
Wow. Well, there is one that is legit class action lawsuit. It was for a company's powder here in the United States that caused ovarian cancer in women. And it was baby powder too. So I can't imagine all the little girl babies that mommies used that powder thinking they were taking
Here in
care of
Israel-
their baby. And it was it was a talc powder, and that was the problem. They make it out of cornstarch now. But it was talc-based powder, and I guess somehow it had asbestos too. Like, or they,
Yeah,
or
here
the
in
talc.
Israel, they used to do it at the same company, I guess so.
Yeah. So they can, get money for that.
Mhm.
Trying to think what other class action I saw. I can't remember right now, but that was a big one. Was that one? It also caused like the same lung disease as asbestos.
I use
So
baby powder stuff I use on my dog sometimes.
yeah, what do you
Well,
use it for on them?
now you can get money.
No,
If
but
your
they
dog
used
has
to,
ovarian cancer from this
the
powder,
problem with that, they used to like a substitute for milk, like powder milk.
they would
That
use
is good
regular
for,
powder there.
I don't know what was causing cancer or stuff.
It might have been an additive in the powdered milk. Oh, maybe they used it so it was like an anti-caking agent.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It was
They
too
use
young.
silica here as like an anti-caking. And they also somehow use cellulose in our Parmesan cheese, which is wood.
Hmm.
It's derived from wood. Why am I sprinkling wood on my pizza?
You need to start eating kosher.
Oh, I know. No, I don't eat that. I found out about that from other people when I actually started eating like fresh parm. Like, but I can't eat parm anyway because it gives me migraines. Very rarely can I have a little bit of Parmesan.
Because of the salt?
The salt in the aging process has oh, hey,
Hey,
you okay?
I run around here and just cleaning up, getting everything straightened up. Because I have a video come out tomorrow morning at 11 Central on the new indoor garden. I totally finished rebuilding it today.
Cool.
Oh, nice.
Using those wire racks.
Mhm.
And it's mobile, so I can roll it around where I need to move it in the house.
Very nice, Gil.
And it's basically 4 foot by 4'4".
Okay.
And
I
so,
can't
Red
remember the idea.
so I got
Everybody needs ideas
so
like
now I got
that.
to clean this up in here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like let's go beyond the green here. So where that white white shelf there is in the corner,
Mm-hmm.
that's where one of the wire racks came from. It's now in the kitchen, and
Okay.
one of the ones, the little ones from the kitchen, is going to go where the hat under the hats there. I got to get all it. So I
Yeah.
still got a lot more stuff to do here. And
Oh, since you were honest, here, let's take a really quick look at this big pile of stuff over here is from my mother's pile in the garage.
can you make her big, Yosi? Make that
And
big.
then more plastic boxes of her stuff too.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
When he makes you big, just click on her icon down. Yeah, make it show the one over there. You first one you showed me, Carol.
oh,
Yeah.
it's just like putting everything into plastic first to get rid of
Yeah.
the old cardboard
Okay.
boxes
Yeah.
is the first step, and categorizing stuff because it was all mixed
Okay,
together.
Yosi.
That's not even like, oh my gosh, wait a minute. Let me unplug my, here, hold on. Let me turn the light on in my garage.
Too much. Too much.
And my whole house has little areas like that because of her stuff, which I'm grateful to have. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad it's in our hands and not in, but look at this disaster that is all these are here, her stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah. I get it.
And our garage was already a mess, but
Yeah.
that was just made it really hard because it's only a single. So yeah, and that's all me. That's no, my husband did put it in there. I'm grateful for his lifting ability and his strength and him going and doing that, but the rest is all up to me, the sorting and everything, which it should be because he wouldn't know what the stuff is really.
Yeah.
Let me put my light back on. But yeah, it's a lot. And like you and Bob and I were talking about how our mothers had like all the different, like, hold on, this is her drawer here. I'll show you something. This is just one area. This is all cards that she didn't even send out with we were talking about like the addresses that we found everywhere, like the list of addresses.
Oh.
Yeah.
What year was she born?
1938. So
she was still tagging on to she probably tagged onto a little bit of the Depression era stuff from her
Yep.
mother.
Yeah. And her father passed away when she was 4, so life wasn't easy for them. So
Oh,
she
that would have been
they
tough.
hung on to everything to recycle everything.
recycle
Yeah.
everything. Exactly. And my dad was the same way. His garage looked like ours, but we redid it for his 80th birthday. Within 2 years, it looked the same again.
Yeah.
Because he was like, "Where the hell is everything? I can't find it. You put it away." Because he
Mhm.
was visual. He was like, "I can't find my stuff." So I would have to go out there and I'm like, "Dad, it's labeled. It's over here. It's right in here."
Mhm.
Yeah. He
Don't mess with a guy's shop, ladies. Just stay the hell
exactly.
out of the
Leave it
shop.
alone. Leave it
Mhm.
alone.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're not going to be as appreciated as you think you are for doing that. That's
Right.
like
Right.
going into a man's office who has piles on his desk and going,
And
"Oh, I think
filing
you'll
it.
straighten up." And you move the piles, and you put them away.
Mhm.
You might as well just
Where
come in
is
Harry
it?
Carey because you just
Yeah.
like they'll
That's
come in.
also why
Yeah.
my wife keeps me out of the kitchen. Stay out of my kitchen. Okay. Yeah,
Oh,
you got it.
stay out of her sewing room.
Oh, yeah. Some women are that way. Mm-hmm.
And even worse than messing in the sewing room is staying out of her drawers in the bathroom where she has all her makeup and stuff.
Oh, yeah, where you have all the different products.
And it's always in a certain order. She knows she can reach in there.
Mm-hmm. Oops.
She can reach in there with the light out and pull out the right color lipstick she wants.
Mm-hmm. My mom was kind of like that, and you wouldn't think so. Like when you would see her like drawers, like in the bathroom. But mine's a
By the way,
disaster. Now. Everything.
what
Mhm.
about with your new computer, Gil?
Yeah. What
What's that?
happened? Did you take it back? The new
Took it
computer?
back. I took it back, and I go, okay, what's wrong with it? I said it won't recognize any of my displays. And she goes, okay, no problem. All right, we need someone. Make sure someone comes over. Make sure that the video card's still in there because it was a really good video card. And yeah, still there. Okay, there you go. There's your refund.
Wow.
Huh.
And it had a really good video card and still couldn't recognize it?
There's something in the software. All right, so I took my Dell laptop off. I mean, that laptop monitor, but it has the VGA hookup on it, but it also happened to have an HDMI plug on it. So I plugged it in, and it recognized that one, but it won't recognize any of the others. And they're all HDMI displays,
Weird.
and it wouldn't recognize any of them. And
So yeah,
and-
something is up with that because it was too easy.
Too
Yeah.
easy with what? The return, you mean? Like that they
Yeah.
know
oh,
they know
Best Buy is good about returns.
They are.
Because
If
they
you
got
have
the
your
Geek
receipt
Squad,
and
they'll just take it, put it to the Geek Squad. What's wrong with it? Okay, fix the hard, remaster the hard drive and put it back out for sale.
Yeah, they'll put it out for sale as open box. That's why I don't buy open box from them.
Mhm.
Yeah,
because it means somebody returned it.
I mean, sometimes they may find the problem, say, "Oh, this is why you couldn't do it." They go, "Oh, this is what was wrong." And the next person gets it, it'll be fixed.
Yeah, yeah.
But I didn't want to mess with it, and it was like, no, all right.
Yeah.
I'll deal with freezing until I get the city to get off their lazy butt and contact FiberCon and say we want the actual fiber optic into our city everywhere.
I have mine.
I saw somebody. I think they were. What is it usually called if it's fiber optic? Like something link? Or no?
Well, there are different names for the companies. The fiber optic is called fiber optic.
It's just called fiber optic. Okay.
There's all right. Starlink is the satellite one from Elon Musk, which is better than 10 times better than any other satellite system out there.
Okay. But it would be like maybe a satellite if it was called something link, like the company.
No, there's
I'm just trying to figure out.
I'm trying to remember the other company here in town. Sparklight bought out the company that was here. The company that was here was good till Sparklight bought it out, and it went.
Yeah.
I mean, if you talk about freezing, my little freezing was nothing. The entire internet would freeze in town for like 10, 15 seconds.
Mm.
Wow.
Yeah.
hmm
Anyways, yeah. So there are different ones out there. The only ones I've ever dealt with, we had Comcast, we had AT&T. Actually, my wife still has AT&T because it's cheaper than Comcast. And they had the Sparklight here, which I think was, my daughter had it, and I was just tagging onto it. Once I came over here, I got Fiber One, but I don't. We don't bounce around like all the people. They'll bounce every 6 months. They'll change providers.
Yeah.
It's like you can't do that out here. There's only 1 or 2 providers, and that's it.
Oh. Yeah, our went from like $30 to $75, our bill with Xfinity. And we don't,
Oh wow.
it's like the only thing I can think of is it fell out of like one of their specials, but
Yeah. Well,
I didn't get that good a internet connection for $75 a month. I'm sorry.
Sometimes they do
Yeah.
that on purpose, and then when you call, they fix it.
Yeah, they fix it so they can try and upsell you. Yeah.
Exactly.
or
Yeah.
you say no. This is what it was signed up for. You got there was no notice of it changing. I'm going to another company, and a lot of times they'll say, "Oh, okay, hang on, we'll put it back in for another year."
Yeah.
But you got to deal with it another year. But when Xfinity was still Comcast, no, Xfinity is AT&T. When Comcast did their thing, they jacked the price up $85 for everyone in the San Francisco Bay Area.
Yeah. Comcast is Xfinity here. They're the same.
Okay,
here.
is Xfinity? I'm talking about AT&T is. AT&T has a different name on theirs as well. But so anyway, when they jacked it up, I mean, it was a mass exodus from Comcast to AT&T.
I believe it.
Because AT&T was a third of the price, even though it was DSL. It was a really good DSL system.
Oh, it's DSL. Okay.
But it's as a DSL system there, it's fiber optic up to that green box down the street, and then it's from there in. So that's just a little bit of the phone line stuff you're going through. So it's still a lot faster than the old DSL ever thought of being.
What would fiber internet be? That's what AT&T is here.
Fiber is fiber optic.
Okay. And is that like really good or no?
Fiber optic is the best stuff there is. Now,
but you have to be wired.
You got if they wire if your area has fiber optic installed, and your house has never been with them before, then they got to run the line from their box to your house, and make sure they're not using the phone line. Make sure if you're getting paid for fiber optic, so you're running fiber optic from there to here, not run it through the phone lines.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
That's what they did in my end.
What, you did fiber optic?
Yeah. I
need to find out if we can even get it.
There was something you were talking about before I came on about talc powder.
Yes. That class action? Mm-hmm.
Yes, there are a couple class actions on it. The talcum powder, the certain type of talcum powder that was used in feminine powders for down below caused cervical cancer and other stuff like that. One of the additives in the talcum powder, and the fact that the talcum powder was ground so daggone fine it could be absorbed through the skin. That's what that was about. And
well, they had the shower to shower brand that was very popular in the 90s and the 80s. My girlfriend used to use that stuff right after the shower.
Yeah.
So it would keep you fresh. Shower to shower.
Yeah, there was some other
brand
too that did this. Yeah. There was, but there was some of the babies that didn't use that stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I'm not sure where Johnson & Johnson fell in that in or out of that.
I think they owned it. Johnson & Johnson has the ovarian. That one's against them.
Okay.
Because I think they were the company above Shower to Shower and possibly what you're talking about too. They own probably.
Then one of the other baby powders didn't go with that super fine crap.
Okay.
Because the problem with that some people realize right off the bat, this stuff's so fine, you shake a lot and the cloud just goes all over the room.
Oh yeah. Well, even the cornstarch variant is like that. That's what Malachi did, and it was like everywhere.
Yeah.
After he poured it on himself,
I'm gonna
Apple.
bounce out, guys. Peace to y'all.
Are you okay?
Thank you.
All right.
Yep.
Take care,
Good
Bob.
night, Bob.
Good night,
Have a good
guys.
night.
Good night.
Shoot, did I forget to do that last night? I just
That,
realized
that
something. I may have-
Reese's fat probably made his sugar go up and right down like it does to me if I eat those things. I love them. Then I get a little rush, but then I'm like, I want to go to sleep.
Okay, I didn't screw up last night. I did get the numbers.
Thank you. I didn't use powder. We had just gotten it from somewhere. We might have had it for him when he had bad like teething, like that wet rash that they can sometimes get, and we were trying to cure it, but it sat there forever after that, and somebody moved it to where he used it. Yay, wee! Daddy probably did, or somebody. Some mystery person. Yep.
I know that you are so mad, but next time, take a picture.
I know. I wished I took a picture, but Theron came out because I was in shock. I wasn't
Yeah.
just mad. I was in shock. I was
Yeah.
like, how do I clean this
A
up?
15-second video would have gone viral.
Yeah.
You would have probably had 2,000 new subscribers.
I would have like, oh, this poor woman. Let's help her out. She needs help. Yeah, I usually just use like A&D and the A&D with the zinc for them if they needed something like that. Because that Desitin was like, oh my gosh, you might as well put plaster on their butt. It's gotten better over the years, but the older Desitin is like spackle. It's so hard to get off. Definitely protects the butt for those children, but you know.
Yeah, kind of a yellowish cream in the tube. You just got to squeeze it out.
No, it's like super white, and it used to be in those little containers. Okay. And
we had the stuff that was in the tube, and it came out kind of a light amber color.
Oh, and
you put it on A&D, yeah. And you put it on there, and you got to wait for it to melt on their butt. And
yeah,
you just smear it around.
Might be the cold over there in Florida. It's great. It's always great temperature.
Well, even in California, it was you squeezed it out, and you have to wait a couple seconds for it to finish coming up to body temperature, and it would smear around really easy.
Yeah, butt paste. Oh, what was really good though was that triple one, the triple butt paste or triple paste or something for when they're teething, and I didn't find that till later.
Yeah,
I wish I would have known about it when Malachi had that really bad bout where he was actually telling me to sit on. He wanted to sit on the potty because he didn't want to do another. That was when Mom was real sick. He didn't want to do another bout in his pants. He's like, potty? Well, I'm changing him.
Yeah.
Poor kid.
Eli at times that's when he really loved to be in the shower. He would ask to go stand in the shower.
When he was sick.
The problem is Eli liked to turn off the cold, just stand there in the hot water. And he sit there and go, steam's coming out, you go in there, and he's just got a big old smile on his face. He's like,
sounds like my father.
No.
I know, totally burned.
Right after the first couple times I caught him like that, that's when I changed out the shower thing from down low and put it up higher and put and because basically it's a tub shower where you got to pull up on the button.
Yeah,
and that's everything's down low. So he just reach over and turn off that. So I raised it up, and for the first couple of years, it was out of his reach.
Yeah.
Of course, now that he's bigger, he reaches up and he does it again. So finally, my daughter goes, "Everybody, sorry, I'm turning the temperature down on the hot water heater."
You have to when you foster. They come and check your water temperature.
Yeah.
But ours has raised a little bit because we, after fostering, we wanted our showers hot again.
Yeah.
He doesn't take a shower. He takes a bath. But my husband has, I don't know what it is, maybe because his skin is rougher than mine. I'll go in there and I'm like, the bath is too hot. I'm like, you can't do this with your fingers. I'm like, you do this with your wrist because there's no callus here. And then the temp is okay for like a little baby or young child is you use your wrist. Even sometimes the back of the hand is better than your palm. That's built calluses up.
Your feet, the tops of your feet.
Yeah, the tops of your feet work too. Yeah. Oh, I hate that when I've done it to myself, where I've cranked my bath and gone in too soon. And hop back out.
It suddenly become a Japanese movie.
Yes, I do. Yeah. That hurts. It's way too hot.
I was teasing my father. You know those I don't know what they're called, but they're plastic and they're things that the baby sucks on when you're not feeding them.
Pacifier?
I guess that's what it's something.
Or a teether.
It's something to shut the baby up, I guess.
Yeah, that's a pacifier. Here.
And he would stick it in a bottle of Crown Royal, turn it upside down, and turn it back right up again, and stick it in my mouth.
Well, that's a way to help you teeth. That's what they used to do. Teething, they would
He's Italian.
rub it on the gum.
And I guess the liquor, what would happen is it would dull in the pain and it would put me back to sleep.
Yep.
Here in Israel, they use wine to do that.
They do wine. We're not allowed to do that anymore here in the States. You're not supposed to give your little kids liquor.
Not in
Israel. My mom used to do the beer. Yeah.
Beer
on the gums because it had alcohol in it.
I never heard of beer for the gums. I've heard of beer for the
hard
women.
alcohol. The hard alcohol was all of us just scream louder. But the beer,
I know the women would drink beer for their breast milk.
Yeah.
The sweet wine is the best because
they
love it because it's sweet.
Yeah, I'm sure. And
it's
you guys
only
sweeter wine.
Yeah, and it's only 12% of alcohol.
Yeah, I could see that baby would like that a lot better. But Crown Royal too is like a sweet liquor, right? It's like flavored, isn't it?
It can be. It's harsh. Like the original stuff is harsh.
Oh, is
like,
it? Oh.
But you're just talking like very little bit, like a drop or two.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I have a water bottle in the kitchen. I'll be right back.
Okay. My parents used to give me, they were the grasshopper sundaes with the real cream de menthe, which was liquor when I was a kid. Because that's what they were serving to the guests. So they would serve me one. And then later on, I was like, Mom, later in the week after they had the party, I'd be like, Mommy, can I have a grasshopper? In the 70s, it was like, I guess so. Because it was a win-win. Because they knew if I had that whole thing, I was going to bed early.
Yeah. I used to drink pina colada.
When you were little?
Yeah.
Really? Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Your mom would give you a pina colada? Oh my gosh.
So I can shut up and go to bed.
Give her some time off, yeah. Oh, my oldest was a baby. She was put 3 drops of whiskey in a teaspoon. Wow, really, Passamaquoddy. You can't do the honey now, but then again, if you mix the whiskey with the honey, I guess it would kill the botulism toxin. That's the big fear with children under a certain age. And honey is botulism.
Yeah. Well, the thing is too, on the botulism in honey, from what I understand, it's like botulism in canning, very, 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 very rare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if the honey is pasteurized, there isn't any.
Yeah.
It's only in raw honey.
True. Passamaquoddy, you'll have to tell me what the
honey,
like how much each.
The only thing
it says right there.
That not
3 drops of whiskey and a teaspoon of honey.
No, not that one. The one below it.
The one below it. Used to make homemade cough syrup, honey, whiskey,
They
lemon juice.
find
Yeah.
a few years ago a honey in Egypt for
Mhm.
3,000 years ago, and the honey was still good.
Good.
I
Yep.
heard that. Was it crystallized or it was still like, was it
I bet
runny?
it was crystallized.
It had to be like after that old. Like I would think so. It would evaporate.
Well, it depends how they seal it. If they put it in the fired ceramic jars,
Yeah,
and then put the lid on it and pour wax on the lid to seal it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Some of that stuff, if it's raw honey
Yeah.
and it doesn't get moved and it's in a cool place, it won't crystallize.
yeah.
They must have really high fired that clay, though. I don't know. Did they fire the clay that high back then? I thought their clay was more porous back then.
I'm not sure.
They used to put the clay on the fire, on open fire.
Yeah. So it
Yeah.
usually wouldn't get
That
vitrified
hot.
to where it was like
Yeah.
glass.
But the thing is, it's also if they whether or not they put the glaze, made the glaze on it and lined it so that it would.
Yeah, I
fire.
don't know what. Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
sure what kind of glazes they used back then for that.
But
lot of-
they
a lot of
some,
that stuff.
some of the old they found some of the old, what do I call them? Kilns, outdoor kilns for that, where it was stacked. I mean, it was a big
Oh,
mound
cool.
stacked up and
Okay.
put stuff in there. And the temperature those kilns got was equivalent to modern day kilns.
Oh, okay. So then
Because they
maybe it vitrified.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
had a lot of coals in the bottom, and they
Mhm.
would stack the stuff up. And then they had the people
Yes.
doing the billows, just keeping the air going and keeping it really hot.
The
Yeah.
second thing that never go bad, from I know because I'm following the MLE community, is
Mhm.
peanut butter. Peanut butter rarely goes bad if you store it properly.
Hmm.
And depending on how it's made and what oils and crap they add to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm talking about peanut butter like 80 years ago that was still okay because they didn't put a lot of crap in it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the peanut butter that the oil would separate and sit on top,
Mhm.
and
Yeah,
act as an oxygen buffer for the rest of it.
Yeah.
so you
Q,
mix
do
it.
you mean cod liver oil and not castor oil? Unless you're constipated. Castor oil is, oh gosh, that stuff is horrible.
Well, if you constipated, fish oil in general is very
Will
good.
help too. Yeah, that'll help too. But I mean, like for colds, it was
Even
usually cod liver
olive
oil.
oil.
Huh?
Olive oil is very good for
Oh, olive
constipation.
oil. Yeah. They told me that when I went into the ER and it was the beginning of my fibro and I didn't know. And I was having horrible back pain. All we can see is that you're constipated. And the nurse was the one who said 2 tablespoons of olive oil, clean that right out. And I was like, okay, thanks.
And it
I gotta tell my wife that one.
Yeah.
Bean
You
oatmeal.
put it on the spoon with a little salt. It tastes phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The LG, the modern peanut butters and stuff, some oils will go rancid, other oils
Yeah.
will not.
Yeah,
And the problem is like your Skippy and some of those the oils they add to it to make it blend,
Yeah.
those oils go
Add
rancid.
oils.
So that causes all the peanut butter to go rancid. Which
Oh,
is why
gosh.
I tried to use some Jif, but the Jif just for me to after sitting here on
yeah.
the shelf is just like
I
Yeah.
saw the other
Yeah.
day one guy of the MLE community that
Mhm.
ate a peanut butter for World War I, and it was okay.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It must have been just peanuts then and salt.
Yep.
I imagine the salt would help it too. Preserve
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Depend how much.
Yeah. Yeah, it depends how much.
And the other thing too is whether or not they added sugar to the
Yeah,
pure
that
Yeah.
preserves it too.
pure sugar to it. Of course, nowadays they don't add pure sugar; they add high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah.
Talk about making you poop. There you go. Just get some Caro, some dark Caro, and that will make you poop. Good old corn syrup.
Nowadays, even the gum make you poop.
Because of the additives, yeah.
And if you really need to go poop bad,
Yeah,
put it out
LG.
there that you want to buy some of the original Harbo sugar-free,
Yes.
and then get a seat. Then put a seatbelt on your toilet and strap yourself in.
I'll tell you what, the organic gummies is what the gummy bears, even though they were not sugar-free, near the end, Mom was having a little issue here and there where she couldn't make it to the bathroom quick enough. And each time she was eating those gummy bears. And I was like, Mom, I think it's time we have to put away. No, it wasn't that. She didn't want to let go of those gummy bears.
By the way, you need to check out. There is a company in the US that have a CBD pouches. It's gonna help you with the heart and everything. It's like a pouch that you put under the gum, like.
I can't do CBD. I have CBD with THC, like where they balance it out.
Yeah.
CBD puts me to sleep every time. CBD in anything, because it's so anti-inflammatory and because I have chronic fatigue, knocks me out. Just knocks me. That's the same thing with
when you really need to go to sleep.
Yeah.
I need these 3-4 hours of sleep here.
It's worse.
You need to try them because they're kind of pouches.
Yeah.
I gonna reach out if gonna search it if I find it again. They give you like a energy boost and like focusing.
I have you have to watch out for certain CBD too, because they don't here in the States. I don't know. Israel is way different. In the States, they don't have to claim, I guess, that they, while they're mixing it, could have gotten some melatonin in it. I don't know how they do that. Yeah, I don't know how they do that, but that was one of the things.
The company that I tell you about is a company that the whole shtick about it is to give you energy and focusing.
You'll have to send me the company because I do take some. I have a supplement, and right now I can't take anything for energy until my heart stuff gets figured out. But I have one that the supplement costs like $50, but it was great because it was all clean energy. It was green tea, and the only thing that it does have that's concerning is the guarana.
No, this is a lot cheaper. This is what I'm talking about. It's a lot cheaper.
You have to show it to me. But anyway, the lozenges that I got that have THC and CBD, I did just one, and I didn't even do the whole lozenge. And I was like, oh, okay, that's not too bad. So I finished the lozenge. The next day, this is where the problem occurs. I go to bed. The next day, I needed like that day to sleep because I was so knocked off my butt. It does something once I go to sleep. It does something with my system where it's very hard for me to wake up the next day and function.
I'm gonna send you. You can like buy one and try it.
Yeah.
It's supposed to help you even from pain.
Okay. Yeah, CBD is supposed to. It's the natural anti-inflammatory that works with your cannabinoid system that we have. Yeah, I love dried apricots, LG. The only thing is you have to make sure they're sulfur-free. We break out in a rash from sulfur. Some of them are sulfured to keep the color, Yossi. So you look for unsulfured. Yeah. If the fruit looks a little too pretty when it's dried, it's usually sulfured. You turn the package over and it'll contain sulfites. I can't have sulfites.
This
They
taste
cause
is
migraines.
weird.
I know. You find out all that's, well, I'm just really my system's highly sensitive now. The fibro did it.
Here
Just
in
made it.
Israel, you don't
And
have like
age. Hmm?
stuff like that. Like
The sulfur. I don't
I
know.
never
Night.
heard about it.
I didn't know about it actually. The first time I ever heard about sulfur dried fruit was my dad was eating these, I think it was dried cantaloupe. And he was like crazy about them. They were so delicious. Well, he kept snacking on them and he broke out in a huge rash, like all over. And then they found out, like when he went to the doctor said it's the sulfur. You had a reaction to the sulfur in the fruit. And it wasn't until years later when I started getting reactions.
Like
So we
I
might
told
have
you, stuff like that I'm buying from an organic place.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Usually it shouldn't be if it's organic. And they have to claim it if it has sulfites in it because a lot of people are allergic to sulfites, especially asthmatics.
like
Yeah.
the store
Oh, I
that I
love
go
those.
to, you can buy it like in a pound, not in package. It's
Mhm.
open and you put whatever kind
Yeah.
quantity
Whole
you
Foods
want.
is like that here. Whole Foods has that that grocery store that's like it's supposed to be a natural, but now that Amazon owns it.
Yeah.
Oh, you do, Denise? You get that too? Yeah, it's awful. Because I like dried fruit, especially apricots are like one of my favorite, and cherries. Love dried cherries.
The thing, look, I get a little rash when I eat peanut butter. Not a big rash, just a couple of spots here and there and stuff.
Mhm.
However, if I mix the peanut butter 50-50 with honey, nothing.
That's so strange. I wonder if the enzymes in the honey take down whatever is doing it to you. Yeah.
It says in the Bible, in the Torah, that you can use honey for injuries.
Oh, they say that's true. Yeah. Yeah, that's true now. They've talked about that for burn victims.
However,
yeah.
Some companies are selling honey, and unless it says 100% natural honey on it, it's not all honey. It's got high fructose corn syrup added to it.
Oh, like
Then
always.
it doesn't do the job.
Like
Yeah.
everything.
Well,
Yeah,
rumor
no
has
salsa drugs for me either, Denise. I
Today
found that
they're
out the
gonna
hard way.
do everything to make more money.
Yeah. Cut
rumor
corners to
has
make more money.
No.
Exactly.
the bacteria can't live in honey, or diseases or something can't live in bacteria. I mean, in honey.
Yeah, and honey. At least the one that's not pasteurized. Not pasteurized and not, of course, loaded with corn syrup.
Yeah.
Yeah. But peanuts too, like peanut butter, and they absorb whatever soil they're in. So I get organic peanut butter. I don't mess with the non-organic. That's the same thing with potatoes and any root vegetables. I try to get organic because it's
By the
absorbing.
way, if you have land, it's so easy to grow peanuts.
I've heard that, and it's good for the soil too.
It depends on where you're at. Because up here in Idaho, forget it.
Yeah. Here they have one that's Pete Canaris grows it, but I don't know if it's the true peanut or if it's a, what do you say, like when you just look at, it's like a non-edible. Like I have a pineapple plant that I still.
Yeah, a lookalike.
Oh, what is that?
There's, I know Anthony at Palmetto Prepared was trying peanuts. I can't remember what his results were, but he was also trying some other foods to see what grows in North Carolina there. And he had some stuff he has good success in, other stuff it's like, no. He had to get special apple trees that have very low chill hours on the tree.
Oh yeah,
to produce because it's so warm there.
Same.
Yeah.
Oh, LG, feel better, hon. I'm so sorry you have a migraine.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Have a good
The only
night.
thing that helps me with those is Advil or muscle relaxer if it's really bad. I wish I could say some all natural thing, but I've tried
Yeah.
a bunch of all
For
naturals.
me, the Advil works.
Yeah, you need like an anti-inflammatory sometimes, and I take it with a little bit of caffeine, with a little coffee.
Shoot. I remember
If
who
you
it
have
was that said
a
something about
headache,
migraines and stuff.
Oh,
So-
it was always said about the milk and the vitamin C, but it was she's trying that. LG tried that. She has a hard time with
No,
milk like I do.
It's not milk
if you
and
go
vitamin C. It was something
and
else.
drink espresso with a lemon, with the drops of lemon,
Hmm.
that's good for headaches.
I know you're
Oh.
supposed to definitely drink water, but if she's under stress and it's stress related, those are really hard to get.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it was valerian root and something else.
Oh, valerian root's very good for it. Yeah.
Yeah. So valerian root and something else.
Was it passion flower?
Also, I'm not sure what I can't remember what it was because this was about a year or so ago, and I told my wife about it, and so she's the one who gets the migraines, so she ran with it.
Yeah.
And she hasn't told me what the results were of her experiments. But
By
also,
the way-
it was Stringfield Ridge Farm. I think it was Teresa at Stringfield Ridge Farm was talking about it.
Oh, okay.
The,
I had
another
just trying to
thing
remember.
that helped for my migraine
Hmm.
is cranberry juice.
Cranberry. Yeah, it's loaded with vitamin C.
Yeah.
But Old Ways was saying the vitamin D and the vitamin C together helps, I guess, her migraines or the people she's told. The magnesium is really good too. Magnesium is very good because it's a natural muscle relaxer.
Yeah. However, it's also a really good muscle relaxer.
Oh, yeah, it'll make you poop. Yeah. Magnesium oxide is the same stuff that they use for when you go in for your woohoo and they look up there.
Yeah, my wife went and took one of my she was getting some cramps or something in her things. I said, yeah, well, the chiropractor told me to use these magnesium. I don't want to take now and then. She took one, and she goes, "Wow, that was incredible." She goes, "I haven't pooped like that in a long time." I said, "You want some more?" No.
Just to take with her. Well, most people are magnesium deficient, so they need it. But you've got to be careful which magnesium you're using.
You use Epsom salts because it's got magnesium.
Yeah, I don't touch that though internally because that's the same thing like Gil said. You'll be ready for some tests after that stuff.
You gotta have the seatbelt on your toilet, man. Seatbelt to hold you on the
But you
toilet,
could soak
sit
your feet
yourself
in
down, and
Yeah, you could soak your feet in it or go take a bath in it.
Yeah,
That
but
might
you use
help.
your garden.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
swallow it or anything like that. You just put it in your garden because it's got magnesium in it.
No, some people used to actually take it internally. I was never one of them, but yep, they did. I don't know what made them. Probably somebody said it was good and they did it. But yeah, the thing with magnesium with Epsom salts is they're a magnesium sulfate, and it's a sulfate. So I have to be careful with even soaking in that.
Apple cider vinegar. Do you want to
Can't
soak
do
it?
it.
No?
Yeah, it drops my I can soak my feet in that. Yeah. I wouldn't want to soak my hoo-ha in that. Ow.
Huh? What?
Apple cider vinegar. I'm a girl. I don't.
Yeah.
Their YouTube channel, they did apple cider vinegar, like you put your feet in it.
Yeah, that's a good. Gil's done that. Apple cider vinegar, and he's done Epsom salt together. Yeah. It helps clean up your feet too. Kills stuff off.
Yeah. Also,
it's what I use on the feet is the regular white vinegar you get from Sam's Club.
Oh, you use the white. Okay.
The white vinegar, 50-50 with water, and then a quarter cup of Epsom salts dumped in it. And then, and the thing is, so you can reuse it. So that's why I had that. I showed that oil changing pan. I pour it back into that. I store that, and I just heat the water back up on that. And, so I hate putting my feet in cold water.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like that feeling either. But what were you saying, Lois? They did it. What did they do it for? What was the purpose of the apple cider vinegar?
The same thing. It's something about softening up the calluses or any
Oh,
of the
yeah.
dry
Yeah,
skin.
the acidicness.
Yeah.
And it kills toe fungus and stuff on it like
Mhm.
that.
Yeah. I think they mix Listerine and apple cider vinegar on like one of those Pinterest things that I saw, and supposedly it does that with the calluses. I wonder
think
if they were.
something about pulling the toxins out of your feet because that's where they all accumulate. Like
That's a myth. That's a
Yeah.
myth. It does
Yeah,
not
that
do
is.
that.
Yeah. They're in your. Denise knows about this too. They're in your. Shoot. And if you don't exercise, they stay in you. You don't pee them out. And some people have a hard time processing it out too. Shit. What's the word I'm looking for?
It's that acid. So,
No, not the uric acid. I'm thinking of the system, your system here, in your
lymph,
groin,
lymph node
your lymph
system.
nodes. Yeah. That's what you have to clear, not just in your feet. It's
Yeah.
in your lymph system. But you can do rebounding with your feet if you're physically able, and that moves your lymph system to move the crud out. But then you've got to be drinking your water.
There was a powder that is based on, I think, not coal. How do you call it? Like, it's like coal, but the powdery stuff.
Oh, it's the activated charcoal.
Yeah,
like the pills,
and
the
then
activated charcoal pills.
it absorbs all the bad stuff.
Yeah, it'll absorb everything on its way out. That they use activated charcoal when children poison themselves with stuff. They have to drink it in the hospital. It's the
Yeah.
nastiest looking stuff ever.
It's green. I have it in a powder.
Yeah, I can't. Again, just it detoxes me too quick. I think is part of it, because that's it too. Is if you are real toxic and you detox too fast, or you're pulling stuff out, and I guess the other rest of your culture, like your yeasts, are freaking, they start to send out crap into your system. Basically, it's like I don't know if it's like their way of preserving themselves, but they start to send out toxins.
Yeah, you basically, when you start to detox and stuff, you do it slowly because you didn't get toxified overnight. It took time to get.
Yeah.
So you got to do it slow. You came into it slowly. You got to go out of it slowly.
Yeah. That's why when it was mentioning chelation, some people will chelate too fast and pull the bad stuff out too fast, and they've had horrible experiences and very painful experiences doing that. Otherwise, chelation's great, but just like Gil said, slowly. Do it slowly. And also, keep watching what your body's doing. If your body is like going into, it's even called something. It starts with an H, reaction. Alzheimer, Heimer reaction. And it's basically that bounce back of the bacteria sending out toxins into the bloodstream to basically say, leave us alone. Leave us alone. We like this petri dish that we're living in. we like this petri dish. This petri dish named Carol. Leave us be. That's what the matcha tea will do to me, because it's not just like a infusion of the green tea and water. It is the green tea leaves mixed into the water. It's too strong on my system. My system can't handle it, but it's also a good detoxifier. Thank you, Pass. Thank you. I just love this so much, Pass McQuaddy, what you made me. So beautiful. Love it. I might have to like search on around and maybe get like an antique button or something and put it right there. That just seems like it would be really
You
cute.
have like a pin, a butterfly pin or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, butterfly pen. I like that too.
LG made a mention up there about 20 minutes, ago or so about the peanut butter machine. So if you hey, I'll look on Amazon.
They have them.
$40 for one. That's a 220 volt one. So
okay.
Bob can take that over to the Philippines.
Vitamixes will do it. The Vitamix, if you get an old Vitamix, they will make you peanut butter.
Another one here is 110 volt for $60. Then there's the commercial 110 for $229.
Oh my gosh, Passamaquoddy, you guys used to take that stuff too? Do you know I took that when I was pregnant because somebody told me that it would bring on labor. All it brought on labor-wise was me laboring on the toilet. Castor oil gave me the worst cramps in my life ever. Thought I was going to die. Didn't bring on labor, just labored on the toilet. Just pooping. Horrible. Absolutely horrible. Oh, how cute. Look. Passamaquoddy says she uses a butterfly too to come off of that subject of me pooping on the toilet. Oh, puppy. Gonna eat dad. Oh my gosh, his head is so big. Look at how bigger than Lewis's head. Huge. Huge puppy. Oh my. No eating daddy. You need a toy.
He's a big boy.
How old is he now?
Just over about a year and a month.
Oh yeah, he's still puppy. He's still got that puppy.
100 pounds at least.
Love him. I know, right? Denise says she loves him too. He's just such a beautiful puppy. Such a beautiful dog. I always forget what he's mixed with.
Great Japanese Miramar mix.
Miramar.
Yeah. Ugh. Right now you're seeing the Miramar side in him.
That's the wanting to play with you, like you're part of his pack?
Yeah.
Or is it a dominance thing? Because the paw up like that is usually dominant.
Too. Because he's a male.
When they do the paw up, like people are like, oh, that's so cute how he's petting the other dog. And it's two dogs. It's like he's not petting. He's displaying his sign of dominance over the other dog.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He is very gentle. He's being a booger right now, though.
Yeah, he said, I'm the king of this house.
Yeah. He's being gentle because he knows that I can he doesn't know I can put my avatar on and discipline him, but he knows when I discipline him.
Yeah. I saw, I don't know if you weren't in the group. We have Great Danes right now in rescue down here. And it was like, so love one because they're like gentle giants. But while they're puppies, they would tear apart my house.
Yeah.
Because they're so big.
Huge. They get huge.
Huge. And then also the big poop bombs and then how they would eat us out of house and home because they're such a huge dog.
Oh, yeah.
To feed them.
Yeah. An 18-kilo bag a month on this guy.
Wow.
Easily.
Yeah. He's adorable, though. We also had the Newfoundlands that were in down here and it's like, what are they doing down here? This is Florida. Them and the other ones too.
Like even Israel, they have huskies.
Yes. What?
Huskies.
Like why?
They do not belong south of the Mason-Dixon line. I'm sorry. They are.
Even Israel also, they're crazy.
Yeah.
But they're so cute. They're beautiful. They are
very beautiful dogs. Yeah. And I love how they talk too. Like they talk.
Yeah.
You see them on people's videos and how they'll talk back to their owners. Yeah. They're smart. Super smart.
All right.
I love it. Newfoundland lab.
Yeah, it's late here for me. I know it's late for Carol. It's coming on midnight there. I got some other stuff I got to get done here. because I got to be up for my Gray Man Prepping is doing a premiere in the morning, and I got to be up for it here.
How early are you doing that?
That goes on at 9 o'clock here, but if I don't get to, which is 11 o'clock Eastern time,
Yeah.
but if I don't get to bed now, I will sleep through it.
Okay.
That happened once before.
Totally hear
Thank
you.
you, Gil. Have a good night.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks for
See y'all
coming up.
later.
See you later,
Good
Gil.
night. That would be a big dog too, Newfoundland and a lab. We had a few labs too. I was looking. They did have some Chihuahuas, but they looked more like it was a Chihuahua mix. It looked like Chiweenies because they were longer.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
I absolutely love Labradors. I always loved Labradors. Yeah.
Yeah. Any dog will talk to you if you talk to them enough. I don't know. Ours is very shy. My daughter's dog is just almost like her. It's like
No, it's
gentle and
usually
sweet, and they kind of have their own
usually the
temperament.
big dogs talk.
Yeah,
The
maybe
big dogs. Yeah.
because even our pug she would talk, but not that much. But she would talk. She would go to the door and go, out, out. It's like, what? So I got her to say mama one time, and I got her to say, I love you. That took a lot. And I'm like, I'm not going to do that to you anymore. Like, that was just too much. Poor puppy. But yeah, she got her to say it. But she did out all on her own. That was the new one. All of a sudden, our dog saying out. And she's done it, I think, twice. The little baby. Oh, yeah, the Boston Terriers will talk. Okay. Yeah, they're a little bit more hyper than our pug was. Except for when our pug was a puppy. Our pug, when she was just crazy, off the wall, bounced off everything. Oh, he didn't look like the weenie side. He looked like, okay. Yeah, these have, instead of the more upright ears of the Chihuahua, they have the little flop over ears like the Dachshund that I saw. They're adorable. It's like all of a sudden the rescues have puppies.
Like Q dogs? Like the dog that have Q head?
You have what?
The Chiweenie?
They have a what?
That Q have.
Oh, yeah, Q has one. I didn't know she had one. I knew you were saying Q, but I'm like, what's a dog got that's a Q?
Did you see the picture that she put on a robe and
I don't
she
remember.
was sticking out in the group? It was
No, I
so
don't.
cute.
Passamaquoddy said she's got one though too. My Cocker Spaniel. No way! It would say, "Where were you?"
Huh.
That's wild, Passamaquoddy. Where were you? Oh my goodness! It's so funny. There's even this duck. I don't know if anybody watches it on here. It's the guy has a duck and he takes him everywhere. It's a little white duck.
I think I've seen it.
Yeah, and I'll watch him sometimes. I love it. His channel blew up. Like I was watching him when he was a smaller channel. And he gave him a drink of water, and I swear that duck said, "I thank you," in his quacks. Like you could hear the vocalization that sounded like "thank you." And the guy that like commented under is like, "I think you're hearing stuff," but then other people were like, "No, they liked my comment. Like they heard it too." Oh, okay. Thanks, Passamaquoddy. Yeah, we can't get any dog yet. We got to figure out what's going on with Resi, and just the scan itself is $500. That's just not the aspiration. If they need to go in and aspirate anything, that's just the sonogram is going to be $500. I haven't told my husband that.
She's still feeling bad?
She's still not 100%. She's still just not 100%. She's still walking like hunched over, like it's bothering her. She wouldn't. Some of it was nerves, I think, today, because today is the longer day that Hannah goes. And she didn't finish her breakfast. She wouldn't finish it. And Hannah gave her some pills to calm her down, a pill. And she seemed fine, and she seemed kind of, happy as long as she was around me. But she was still, when you put her down and she's walking, she still looks like she's hunching a little. And that's what pancreatitis can do to dogs. But we'll see. The doctor did see like there's something like a narrowing or a thickening on the way out of the pancreas. But another doctor who saw her said it could be like IBS or IBD. And they need to know for sure before they put her on any kind of protocol what's going on, because it keeps happening. Which makes sense. Makes sense. But anyway, that's why I want to get another puppy, but it's the last thing I need right now too, until I get mom's stuff sorted. To have to go outside all the time with a puppy, especially a small one, and train it not to pee and poop in my house.
Yeah.
Not to mention with Malachi, who grabbed the poop that one day when Rezi had the poops.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was horrible.
I remember that with my last dog, Tank. He was like a month and a half old when I got him.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet little thing, but he got as big as Zeus. Like he got before he was 2 years old, he got up to 140 some odd pounds.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, well, Great Pyrenees. He was a full-blooded Great Pyrenees.
Oh, okay.
He was a male, and they can get that big. So
Yeah.
Zeus, I'm guessing he's about 100 pounds, but he's got to be more than that. I'll find out in February when he goes and gets his shots. But they can get big. Like not Great Dane or Saint Bernard big, but he's got another year of growing. He's pretty much done growing taller, but he'll pack on the weight big time.
Yeah, that actually, they say, like, as Malachi gets older, it would be better for us to have a larger dog, because sometimes you can train them to actually lay on the autistic kids who need that pressure to feel like a little calmer. And that would benefit him more. Yeah. The only thing it would have to be a trained dog, and those are so expensive.
Yeah, well,
special needs dogs.
Yeah, the younger you get them, and I firmly believe this, and I'm speaking for the Great Pyrenees.
Yeah.
Okay. The younger you get them, like at a month and a half old, okay, you're not really supposed to take them away from the mother, but you get them at a month and a half old, they will be like because I got him at a month and a half, right? So he was like, he knew, like I trained him to be a farm dog, and he knew, like every time I'd get like upset or angry at somebody, he'd come right beside me and start barking. He was so in tune to that property that we lived on. That if he heard something going on outside, because dogs' hearings are great, he'd be barking. He'd wake me up, and I'm not a light sleeper by any means.
Yeah,
but he'd wake me up, And I remember one night, this is how good these dogs can be for farm dogs. I was dead asleep, and I had just slaughtered a sheep to bring, and I brought it home, and it was just across the street where I got it slaughtered and all that. And I guess I brought him home on the 4-wheeler, and I guess some blood dripped on the ground, and the coyotes smelt it. There was 3 of them at my front door, and my dog got me up, and like pretty much jumping on the bed, barking, got me up, And then the next thing he did was at the door, and I knew right away there was something at the door, and it wasn't a person, it was coyotes, and because you could hear the nails, right? Once you hear a big dog, something
Yeah.
at the door, you know what it is.
Yeah.
And I had no choice but to grab my gun, and I split wood and that, so I had an axe by the door, so I was well prepared.
Yeah.
and so I riled him up something fierce, because even more, and he got the first coyote down, and I'm up and over him pretty much. Him and that first coyote. Got the gun out, shot the second one, and I grabbed the axe quickly because it was up on a couple of screws. I put some screws in the doorway there, just off to the door, and it was hanging up on the wall. I grabbed it and I threw it at the coyote, and it just hit him, and my last dog got a hold of it and killed it. And just to show you how, like, it protected me.
Wow.
And that dead lamb, that dead sheep I had, because he knew that's how I feed him, right? Go buy some sheep or whatever, bring them home, and he knew he was getting it, right?
Yeah. It's protecting you and also protecting his food. Like, no way, you effers. I'm getting my master, and he's gonna kick your
Yeah.
Basically, if you kill a coyote, you can chop it up and feed it to the dog.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't
take have disease though. You have to be careful in case it had like a canine transferable disease. Like, I would think. I'd rather sprinkle it on the edge of the property so the other coyotes would know that you are a coyote killer.
Yeah, well, I've always had, they say, butter on the feet, right? Because of the scent. When you butter on their feet and you walk around the perimeter of your property, the butter will stay with the scent of that dog.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's interesting. I never heard that one before. Here, here's Passamaquoddy's puppy when she got him.
That's cute.
So cute, Passamaquoddy. Oh my gosh. Eat him up. So cute. Oh, Passamaquoddy said you do that with cats too.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I'm just looking at her. Okay. Thanks, Passamaquoddy. I like the idea of the half a cup of whiskey. She says she uses about a pint of honey, but she brings it to a boil and then adds the 3 tablespoons of lemon juice.
Oh,
and
nice.
She boils it for 55 minutes. The only thing is when you boil the honey, you take out all the good stuff, I thought. Like if you're using raw honey. So is this like honey that's not raw? I would hope so. Pints, that would be expensive. Remove from heat, and then you let it cool. But while it's still warm, you can add your 1/4 to a cup of whiskey. And then you can put it in sterilized canning jars.
Sounds good.
Oh, it's supposed to say 5 minutes. Yeah, that makes more sense to boil it for 5 minutes. I bet you could probably, if you're boiling it, you probably just slice up the lemon and put it in there rather than just juice it. Because the pith usually has a lot more vitamin C than the lemon.
But the pith is bitter.
Bitter, yeah. But you're putting it in all that honey. Still would sweeten it up. And then there's people that do that with garlic. Honey. Have you seen people who do that with garlic and also onions? They'll put the honey inside of an onion and let it break it down.
But usually I fry the garlic for 2-3 minutes and eat it whole.
Oh, okay.
Very good.
Yeah, 5 minutes. It's a good thing. Yeah, I'd be there 55 minutes later, like, there's nothing left. Why does she want me to boil this down for 55 minutes? It's like this much left.
Even
I can't
less.
get this out of my pan.
But it can be a heck of a candy.
Yeah, it would
Gum
be a
candy.
delicious candy. Yeah, that's how you could make your own cough drops. But don't forget the whiskey. Whiskey cough drops. Mm-mm.
Sounds good.
Don't leave home without it, but don't get caught on the road with it. Can you
Yeah.
imagine? Can you imagine getting pulled over by a cop?
If you're boiling it, you're gonna boil all the alcohol in it anyway.
No, you put it in that when it's warm. You don't boil the alcohol. So it's still pretty potent. That would be hilarious, though. I just made these homemade cough drops that I found the recipe for on YouTube.
Yeah, like
Officer?
Courtney did the candles. The apple candles.
Yes, the candles that Courtney made. I'm just drinking a little of this candle, sir. Excuse me? Yes.
That always remind me of the scene of Dumb and Dumber.
Which one? Which scene?
The one that the cop pulled them over and there is bottle of beer, but it's piss in the bottles,
Oh,
and the cop drink it.
so nasty. I forgot about that scene. That's so gross. Let me see what you got here or something. Like he
Yeah.
takes a swig of it. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I haven't seen that movie in so long. I felt horrible though for that owl, the rare owl. That's the kind of humor where I told Courtney, like, just like those vacation movies and stuff, I get stuck between that's funny and my empathy where I feel really bad at the
Yeah,
same time.
me too.
And I'm like, I don't know what to feel. Am I just like, I'm confused? But then you still laugh. Yes, you can make cough drops with it too. I bet you could. I bet they would be delicious. I still would like to make my whiskey cake. Yeah, I bet it's pretty good. Take a tablespoon of that. Probably helps with sleep if you take a couple tablespoons of it. Or you take a shot glass full and just kind of sip on it a little bit. Put it in your tea. Whiskey, honey, tea. Yeah. That sounds good.
Yes, please.
Sounds really good. Not sure where I could hide whiskey in the house, though. My husband does not care for any alcohol. Well, I am getting actually tired early tonight. I don't know why, but I am.
Yeah, I'm too. I'm going to shut it down.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
See you guys later.
Thanks,
Thank
Louis,
you
for
for
joining
coming.
us. And if you
Yeah.
talk to the Cosmics, tell them we love them and we miss them.
Oh, I will. I will. Okay.
All right.
Talk soon. All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good night, everybody, and thank
Yep.
you for coming out.